You're welcome to Loose Talk Podcast. My name is Osagie Alunga.
My name is Ayra.
This is Steve.
Introduce yourself.
Is that how you introduce yourself?
My name is Steve now.
Can you put your lips on the mic on this episode?
the last episode was you, not me.
No, my lips are on the mic. You know what happened? I was using an external mic. So you know what happened last episode?
Yeah, your voice was echoing.
Yeah, because I used an external mic and my voice was entering your own mic. So it was hard to separate, yeah. But it won't happen again. Here's your mic now on the table now, Steve. Got you.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, shout out to Global Village. Give a shout out now.
Shout out to Global Village.
Thank you. Just put your lips on the mic.
Global Village, they try.
Thank you.
But very soon, I go turn city. But, it's just step by step.
Yes, that's not the concept. It's a village.
Bro, that's my own concept. Everybody with their own concept. Everybody with their own interpretation. My own interpretation is village. One development come from rural to urban.
Rural one day.
Urbanization.
That's not the whole concept.
My concept is that too.
I'm going to push the mic towards you again. Or you want to push your seat forward?
Alright, I'm fine now.
Okay. And you just need to be cautious.
Alright, I'm good now.
Shout out to Fino.
The only language rapper that has a classic.
What do you mean?
It's not the only, like the second.
What's this guy talking
Third.
about?
You guys said the Dagun album is not a classic. That's what you guys said, Navi.
That's what I said.
I just said the same thing too.
No, that was the classic.
After
I
it's a classic now.
Ayo doesn't have strength to argue anymore. It's gone.
Nigeria has sucked the life out of him.
It's gone. But do you know that everything we do, you have to argue. You're buying fuel. Everything in Lagos.
Nigeria is
and I'm tired.
Yeah.
In fact, right now, when you don't even argue, they're surprised you're not arguing.
Yeah, I'm tired.
What's going on? I don't know. Lagos no be a Edo state now.
It's just Nigeria. It's not even Lagos. It's just the country that. Nigerians love when things are difficult, like when things are easy. We talked about it last week. Now everybody's just not trauma, bro. Everybody don't tie.
I love this part of the record.
Cause I came a long way, been a fucking long day. And when boys that don't play, fan a patch and a broad day. Fan a weird work money from Monday to Sunday. Man, I yo, Lisa, you put your thumb on one day. Nah, check out the milestone. Paid all my dues, come and I watch it bank loan. Feed my dry bone, can do me an uncle. Waste my time for life you go die for. My corner open and when live and I walk a layer. And if it's meant to be, I can like a couple layer. I'm going to be no son of a nigga broccoli. My connect waka you waga humble layer. Waga humble layer. My cori be the bay. In a go so making my catchy the petty.
Shout out to Fino, man. I think this is the best song on the album.
Fino fine, no?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to...
Anytime you play a record, always tell your listeners the title of the song so that they can go and play that song again.
Okay. I thought they just Shazam it. But,
okay, maybe.
But I'll go ahead. Yeah, this is Fino featuring the Caveman. The name of the record is Chizoba. It is, I think it's the first song off the album as well. Track number 1.
It's the last album, right?
Yeah, which leads me to my trivia.
Yeah.
Which is directed towards Steve. As I believe the strongest advocate of
he's an iPod member, just let's put that.
Okay, the strongest advocate for Fino, at least on this podcast.
How they talk.
How we begot.
How bigots begot. All right. Steve Diddy.
Yes, sir.
I will need you to name Fino's studio albums, all his studio albums, and the year in which they are released.
It's only the last one. He has 3 studio albums. It's only the last one I don't know.
Okay, so he has 3 studio albums. It's only the last one you don't know. Ayo, do you have anything to add to this?
No, Fino. Excuse me, Fino.
I'm not sure, so I won't.
Studio albums, no collaborative.
No, remove the alarm. I'm not tricking you. Remove the Two Kings record.
Solo studio album.
Yeah.
No Gods, No Glory. That's his debut album. Happy? No. That has to be his debut album. Then is it Glory? No. What's that? What's the second album again?
Ladies and gentlemen, the strongest, the biggest female advocate.
In this room, Sha, because it can't be.
Yeah, in this room.
The second album, I know that second album. That's the pop album now. Oh, fuck.
Why are you calling it the pop album?
It's the pop album.
It's not the pop album. It's just as good as NGNG.
No, it's not as good.
NGNG has pop records. Playmaker has pop records. Playmaker has hard rock.
You don't give us the answer.
He wasn't going to get it
I
now.
wasn't going to get it.
This guy gets
Playmaker don't even enter my head at all.
The Playmaker. That's the name of the album.
Yeah, Playmaker.
When
Yeah,
was
that's
No Gloss? What are you doing on your phone?
Me, I'm just looking because
No Gods, No Glory is in
twice.
2000. And when did Chego Zem review the classic album? Can't remember again. That was in 2014. 2014, yeah.
2014, correct. The
Yeah.
Playmaker, when did he drop?
Playmaker was in 2016.
2016, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many albums left?
I just 3 albums.
3 albums.
Yeah.
All right, you are wrong. It's 4 albums.
It's 4 albums?
Yes. Yeah.
What was this? What?
The third one.
No God, No Glory was the first one.
Yes.
What? So what's this?
So No Gods, No Glory in
What's the third
2014.
one?
The Playmaker in 2016.
Fuck.
What's
Wait,
the
I
problem?
remember the third one. I remember
What's
the third
the
one. Wait.
What's the problem?
I remember the third one. I remember the third. I can't remember the year. What was the title of the third one? Please, I forgot.
What's the problem?
This guy?
You don't remember this record?
A man disbanded 100 billion. The same man is cruising on the street of Abuja with bulletproof cars. What is the future of Nigerian nation?
Big dreams and big seas, we fight Kanu. No love, Obi Pane Jiki Papa Enu. Pane live for Pussy, not at a line movie. Ofumba Sende Natigeji, weapon a fully.
I fucked up this video time.
Forget the
My ancestors, Ujuku, please forgive me.
Why are you calling Ojuku an ancestor like the guy was born 100 years ago?
Oh, but he could be born 100 years ago.
Okay. So yeah, the next
Modern
album.
history now in Nigeria. Like
It's modern now.
It's not.
Yeah, it's modern history.
It's modern now.
Yeah.
He still ran for president in 99 or something.
Yeah.
Deal with it. 2019.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Okay.
the album that him and Joey fell out.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Joey was saying he didn't promote
He
it
didn't
as
promote it
much.
as much. Yeah.
By this time, Fino had made a lot of money, man.
Yeah,
Moved into
chilling.
real estate.
Yeah.
chilling.
Fino is nice. Fino is nice.
Yeah,
Does
it's
it
nice.
feel
That's
nice?
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. I was a creative director on his set where he was on, and man, this guy's skin texture.
Yeah, his skin.
Right.
He has amazing skin.
Bro.
Yeah, he has amazing
He
skin.
was
He look
just-
like who the rock pick milk.
He was.
You don't understand,
Hey
right?
man,
Pause.
the guy was just smiling on the set.
It's chilling.
Like when I told him to do whatever, it's like, Fino is so fucking good. There's some people that they are natural with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Two-Face was on the set. A couple of other guys were on the set, and I had to really direct them. At times it got iffy. They're tired. Blah blah blah. Fino, you just ask me, what do you want me to do? I tell him verbally.
Fino won't take.
Fino will finesse it.
Wow.
Like, it was so good, right? Kelechi Amadi was photographer. We're working together. And it was just like, this guy is natural.
Yeah.
Like, it was so easy for him. He even did things.
I like
Like
I
you
didn't-
suggest.
yeah, and
To me, it
came
has
out
the
really
same-
nice.
and Dimino as Timaya. I see them having the same.
Oh, Timaya was also on the set.
Uh-huh.
Bro, Timaya. In
Yeah.
fact, Timaya was a problem. Because
for
I need Timaya. Timaya said, Timaya flexed it out. Like, Timaya started doing
Vibes.
things I probably wouldn't have imagined him
Imagine.
doing.
No way.
He took it to the next level.
Yeah.
He took it. It was and apparently, Timaya and I, when we did the K Solo interview,
Podcast,
someone told me that Timaya Watch wasn't really happy about
Yeah,
it.
he felt the type of way.
Yeah, he
That's
felt the
true.
type of
Yeah,
way.
that's
And the
true.
guy was even telling me was like, man, Timaya no like you. Like,
I think
if
I
you
was.
see
I
you.
think I was the one that told you.
No, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
but
It was George's brother.
I gave you that feedback too.
Yeah,
because
really. Yeah, it was George's. George's brother now, the guy who used to do like.
Yeah, I know now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him now.
Shout out to him. So he was the one giving me gist
Marco
that day.
Polo as
Marco
well.
Polo. Shout out to
Yeah,
Marco Polo. He was on-
yeah. Okay,
So when
yeah,
I saw
that's true.
Timaya on set, he just like, you there here? He just
Yeah,
turned it
just
into.
turned into it,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, he got paid a couple of millions
Yeah, of
for that
course,
shit.
man.
So Chulo
Not
way.
a couple of millions, a lot of
A
millions.
lot of millions. Not
Not
couple.
figuratively,
Yeah,
obviously.
a lot of millions.
Yeah.
And I these guys are. Some people are just born stars.
Yeah, the thing about Timaya, when I see Timaya, Timaya, you see that he appreciates what life has offered him. You see, he appreciates like how far he has come.
I shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't be here. He has that like that gratitude in him every time, you know. And I like it for two things too, and the respect he gives to D'banj and Two-Face. D'banj is not like really their close friends, but he like the feedback I get from their relationship. He doesn't treat them as friends. He treats them as mentors. Like he has this saying that he doesn't drink when Two-Face is like if they're in a club together, he doesn't drink when Two-Face is drinking. He's just like looking out for
in the
Two-Face,
shadow,
making sure that Two-Face is good. You know, sadly, so he's like that.
That's dope.
You know,
That's
chill
dope.
away,
And you know, talking about longevity and being there for a long time. Timaya. We talk a lot about Sound Sultan, rest in peace, and the other guys, but like
Timaya,
and also we don't talk about him
since 07
with a classic album at the gates.
We don't talk about him artistically.
Yeah, people don't talk about Timaya.
We do.
Yeah.
I think you've done
I've done the music in time.
I remember.
Yeah, people don't respect.
People don't respect. People don't talk
it's
about
not
him.
respect. I think they respect. They don't just recognize.
And
they don't just talk about it.
It's underappreciated. First album from Port Harcourt, bro.
And
I entered the Lagos market.
And look at how the sound has changed since then.
I was
Moved
listening
into
to
reggae,
everything.
Bro, I listen to
Timaya
Still giving us that hits.
Drop an album, man. He will give you at least one or two.
One hit was there every album.
Timaya won't do a Pangolo again. Like, I was listening to his old song. I'm like, oh, Timaya has evolved.
Yeah, no, a lot.
Now he's just
a lot.
I mean, look at from Dem Mama to it's
bro.
When I heard Code Outside, I said, no, Timaya is here for a while,
bro. No, he is because he changed.
I heard Outside 2 to 3 months before it dropped. He was playing it on set and he was telling us this song is going to. So we're like, and we're listening to it and it was dope and it was just crazy to see how the song.
You know, Buju said when he got to Timaya's house, he just gave him pepper soup. So when I heard the record, I'm like, okay.
He says they charge pepper soup. I think they sing. Bro, so cold.
You know what Timaya was saying on the set? It's so cold. It's so hot. You know what Timaya was saying when we were set was that he was giving a lot of props to Buju. And saying that these young cats, they are not like us.
That's how you know.
He was giving a lot of respect to Buju. He said Buju finished some of the lines on the record that he showed him. Was like, how do I finish this line? Buju just gave him the line. He was just looking at Buju like.
You could tell that was a Buju.
Bro, we always have this saying, you and I, like you always say that how do you constantly remain in the game? By being young.
Yeah.
How do you remain young? By
staying with young people.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, you know, days like even till now, like some of the friends, our days are paused. We work with the young people, right?
A lot of young
now
people.
too, like we all in the same
cats.
WhatsApp group and stuff like that. Although now they are old.
Samson like 35.
So we need younger people.
We need younger people. We actually need.
Yes.
I actually need younger friends.
Yeah.
We need the Gen Z.
Yeah.
I need that Gen Z.
They think
energy.
differently, they act differently, and they are successful with it.
And it makes you understand what's happening. Like it makes you understand what's the current trend of things.
Push your finger on the pulse.
Exactly.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
All right, just to wrap up the trivia, the last album was released in 2021. It's called Something to Live For. That's where I played this record.
I know. That's where you played this album, one from. But I didn't listen to the album.
Yeah, you should. You should. Shout out to Fino.
I should listen to it.
All right, how was your week, guys? First of all, I'd like to apologize about the sound. This is on behalf of Global Village. We experimented with the sound because we couldn't record in the studio, recorded in Gucci's house, and it didn't come out perfectly. So shout out to Phil. Phil did a lot of work trying to make sure,
clean it up.
Yeah, but it didn't come out on Monday.
That's the name of my when I used to rap. The name of my producer is Phil Town.
Phil Town.
Righteous Man Studio.
Phil Town sounds like a producer from the South.
Easily. Righteous Man.
Righteous Man Studio. Shout out to Righteous Man.
The producer in Righteous Man Studio.
I mean, the last time I saw Righteous Man was in 2000s. It was at Mike Walk Studio in Ogba. Shout out to Righteous Man.
Do you know he's there?
Did I saw?
I see him around.
For real?
So that's why I say I won't see him in a while. I won't see him like.
Did I saw? What's this guy's name? Rema's former group. Alpha. When Alpha came to Paul. So we were just gisting about Benin. So I just mentioned Righteous Man Studio. He said, do you know Phil Town? I said, yes, that's my guy now. This guy,
he lost it.
He lost it.
He told your party one time.
He told my party one time.
Shout out to Phil Town. Shout out to Phil Town.
He said Phil did a lot of work on the last podcast, on the episode of the podcast.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, not Phil Town, guys.
Not Phil Town, Phil.
Yeah. And shout out to Chooks Odo, just because we mentioned Alpha P,
everybody.
Why is it Benin? Nobody carry Benin for him.
Shout out to Chooks Odo. That's my guy. That's my guy. So he did a lot of work, just put it out. So we had to put it on Tuesday. I also didn't write the newsletter because it didn't come out on the day we were going to come out. So sorry about that, guys. Who's writing the next one? Steve?
It should be me.
It's you, okay, good. All right, how was your week, guys?
No, it should be you because you missed one now. So
I don't understand. Why are you passing this when you didn't write it?
Don't pass the bug. Use ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT.
No, it has to come from my heart.
Don't do that with our listeners.
How would it?
This is organic.
How would
It
it?
got to come from my heart.
How would it?
No.
GPT-4, bro.
GPT that shit.
Yeah, no, but how do you want to GPT something?
That's
You understand? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Like you have to give it information. So what do? Give it bullet points of the talking points. It's going to sound so real. You know when I'm bullshitting you now. Yeah. And it's just 3 fucking paragraphs. Like fam.
You only read 3 paragraphs. Man, now like 4 lines though. Done.
No, if it's 4 lines separated, then that's 4 paragraphs.
It's 1 word per paragraph.
Shout out to Grammarly.
One sentence per paragraph. 1 sentence per paragraph. According to
Steve, you're owing me money.
How much?
Money.
Yeah, you're owing me Grammarly money.
I beg you, pity me.
No, where I go pity? The last time you finished. You know what? The last time. A year? I think it's like it's less than $200. It's like maybe 130. But it's really good. Ask Steve. No, ask Steve.
I had to Corona. My English is good.
Corona Papa for contest.
So, excuse me, like
Papa used to be the shit, bro.
It's true. That's true.
But I mean, testify to Grammarly.
Nah, Grammarly is the shit. Grammarly is the shit.
The last time the Grammarly expired, right? And I left it for. And I said, because this guy is a heavy power. He uses it more than me.
Every minute.
Do you understand? Like, he writes all the time. Yeah. I just use it for minor construction, editing, whatever, right? So I left it. Said, this motherfucker should actually reach out to me.
When did you
say, this nigga didn't reach out. As a matter of fact, he now reached out with style saying, what's username and password or something. I just paid for it. This fucker will owe me one other way. You know, I don't see and say, oh boy, this did not finish. But it's all good. You know these paid subscriptions, man. You just look at it and every time you just weigh which one you have to pay for. You know the one that's painful, most painful?
Which one?
When you forget to unsubscribe.
Oh, fuck.
Like you use it like one time. Like it always happened to me with when I'm looking for like soundtracks, I use like Envato or some of these like PDF, whatever.
Exactly.
You need it. You need
free version. You need to do the free
You can find the free version of stuff, but there's no time. You probably need to do something. You're pressed with time, right?
So you put your details there.
You quickly boom, put your card, boom, you know. Then you drop 1 month later, or at times they do this 7 days of free.
After the 7 days.
After 7 days, you know, they subscribe and you just see the alert.
It's okay, there was something I was asking you. You know, told me to go and check and there should be free versions online, blah, 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 blah. I not discover it was only a free version. I used the paid version, just the 7 days free trial. After the 7 day free trial, then I took my money, and the money big.
Which one was that?
I can always, maybe when I finish this, you remember. So, but they have this return policy that if you don't use it, you can come and ask for a refund. So I asked for a refund, and they gave me back my money. And I went to Twitter and said, these people, thank God, though. So because I've had that conversation with Osagie on WhatsApp, he saw the chat, he saw the thing and started laughing at me on Twitter because he knew what happened. I can't remember.
Okay, really?
Because he knew what happened already. Osagie started laughing at me on Twitter. When I got back the money, I was so happy. So now, anytime I'm doing a 7-day trial.
No, right now, it's Hey Siri.
It's just on my phone.
Oh, my own is...
It's just on my phone. I just put the reminder there. Wow.
I don't even type it. I just go, Hey Siri, remind me on blah, 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 blah. Cancel subscription.
Exactly.
One time.
That's what I do.
I put it a day before, 2 days before.
Yeah, that's what I do now.
Yeah. But yeah, how was your week, guys?
Yeah, man, I had like my laziest week in the year. Very, very lazy week. Like I couldn't just do anything.
Oh, you're just mentally or physically fatigued?
Both.
Shout out to you.
That's crazy.
Both. I was just so tired.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you exercise in the morning?
No, just evenings.
Do you have any morning routine that gets you into the groove of things?
No, morning routine. I start my morning 3:30. Like I start my day 3:30. That's when I start my. So I'll wake up 3 a.m. That's the most. You understand me? Yeah. So I wake up, do a lot of work to like 8, to like 6, 7, crash to like 9, then wake up again and start off my day. Yeah. But what helps is that between that 3:30 and 9, you would have achieved a lot before anybody wakes up.
Yeah, your day will move like...
My day will move super fast. So when I wake up, I'm just responding to emails and doing stuff. I'm just, until 12 noon again when my peak time arrives again and I start, doing some deep work again. So that's it.
Similar to mine.
Yeah.
What just happens is that by 5, I'm done.
5 p.m.
Yeah, my brain, everything shuts down. I can't mentally, I can't do anything anymore.
That's my problem. My problem is
I now have to do like scale down work that doesn't involve a lot of power thinking.
Mine is morning. I'm not a morning person.
I'm a morning person.
I'm not a morning
This is when I
person.
get to your house to play football. I'm excited in the morning.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person. So between
a lot of people around me are not morning people.
Yeah.
So I'm very annoying. You know, don't you see when I start chatting in the groups? I start sending links early in the morning.
Yeah, between 9 and... So that's why I wake up very early to start the day.
Yeah.
So that morning that...
You can catch up.
Peak, I can catch up. So between 9 and 12, I'm always struggling. Bro, I can sleep from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and wake up and say, let me start my day.
And you're still not a morning person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me to like catch up with that between 9 to 12, that's not my like really my
You need to wake up
time.
at 3.
I need to wake up at 3, do a lot of work, like from
send all
3,
the emails, everything. So when people wake up, they're engaging with that.
Then from 12 again, I start recovering. You know, so sometimes instead of 5, I like doing 6:37 because of that 8 to 9, that 9 to 12 time that I wasn't active really. Yeah. So I just do like that 12 to like 6, right?
Yeah.
But if it's Tuesday, Thursdays where I go and like do exercises, where I do like go to the gym or go and play football, either of them. So I'll stop at 5, go to the gym for 2 hours, come back, do 7 to 9. And
what do you do in the gym? Cardio?
I like running a lot.
Okay.
So I do run, like I run and I do like cardio too.
No deadlifting?
Not really.
I used to do that.
What's cardio? What's cardio?
Cardio is running. So
running.
Exactly. You don't have to carry anything. Just
then the whole joining the group to do like work on your stomach, on your abs, your arms and stuff like that. I'm not really a weight person.
You can use the Nike training app. There's the Nike training app.
Is it paid for free?
It's free.
Okay.
Nike, they don't make money. How much money do they want to make?
Okay.
It's actually free.
It's important to ask because
so
some of the gym apps I've used 7-day trial. After the 7-day trial, I'll move to the next
Nike one is video. Right,
okay.
so you can also, if you can just connect it to your TV AirPlay on the same Wi-Fi, and then just put your mat out and do your shit.
You still go to the gym.
Matter of fact, I think they partner with Netflix now, so some of that content is now on Netflix.
Yeah,
so it's 15 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You can, there's a whole beginner's guide, solid.
So the gym thing is really, I don't know, man. I've tried to build a habit, but it's been difficult for me because I'm not there for like weights. So the things I can do,
all your cardio, you can do it.
I can do it on the field outside, right?
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes going to the gym, or except maybe my exercise routine change or my target changes to like building muscles, which I feel I'm going to do at a certain point, but not now. I'm just about maintaining shape and just sweating it out and stuff like that. But I've not started building muscles, so I don't see the essence. I don't see the need for a gym. So that's why you see me go and play football instead a lot these days because football is almost everything.
Yeah.
Stretch, you jump.
I wonder how many people, and this is for people who do cardio, strictly cardio, I wonder how much fear of falling ill, having a terminal illness drives you to do cardio.
When I started I went to the gym like 6 months straight before they increased their fee. They almost killed me. Let me take a break. I'll go back again next month, sir. Yeah. You know that as you grow older, man, you have to realize that your body is not a 20-year-old man's body anymore.
Yeah, and 2 things, because people always also really emphasize a lot on exercises, but it also is also what we eat.
Dieting is super important, right?
Yeah. So I see like some of my guys, my friends, like guys who I know, I see them
and they load like 3 for
heavy meals like by 9
7 o'clock,
7-8 p.m. I'm like, some of them will be talking on the chat, like, I just go home, I just handle one bar. Like, bro, by 8:30 9:30, I can't do it, bro. It's impossible. Bro, I can't eat after 7 p.m. It's impossible. Like, it's impossible no matter how hungry I am.
Yeah.
You know? So
I did that for a while. I used one app like that. So it tracked my eating habits, right? Yeah. I don't eat before 9 and I don't eat after 7.
Before 9 is not okay in the morning.
Before 9 a.m.
I don't eat before 9.
And it was really no, I eat very early because I don't eat late. I stopped eating like 6. Like right now, I had some donuts and I'm good.
Yeah, mine is 6. Yeah,
tomorrow.
Mine is 6.
So it was really good. I think like dieting is just as important as the exercises.
And alcohol too. Like,
I did everything.
This one is difficult for me, but I'm still going to do it.
But how much alcohol are you drinking?
I don't drink that much anymore.
You get, bro, if you see people where they drink.
You see where we drink. You
don't drink.
You don't drink.
I'm good at that.
But I'm not, it's not as if I like only weekends.
Then cut out. Then what are you even drinking?
What am I even drinking?
Yeah, like, okay, are you drinking beer or wine or spirits?
Spirits. I don't drink beer now.
How much spirits are you drinking?
It's not much.
No, what is much? What is much? You know, what is not
Bro,
much?
it's not much.
I know now. It's just Steve. I know now. It's not drinking.
I'm not drinking.
You did
much
drink half
now.
bottle.
Wow, what's
You did drink quarter bottle.
What's it will make me go drink quarter
You understand?
bottle?
What this guy is drinking
It's just
is
cup, like 1 or 2 cups.
Negligible, yeah.
He's drinking 2 quarters of a cup and not at a go.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that's fine now.
Yeah. Are you mixing it?
Yeah, I do. I mix.
This guy is not drinking.
I'm not drinking.
People they
I mix
drink,
now.
bro.
People they drink now. I know they drink. It's true, sha.
People they drink, oh.
Yeah, people they guzzle.
So yeah, boys, man, we cancel one Glenfiddich. And they're proud about it. I was in one group and I just put it there, you know, and I pissed them off, actually, when he was claiming that, man, we just clear one Glenfiddich. I said, have you paid for your health insurance?
You're fucking up.
Yeah, I fucked up.
You're fucking up the party.
I actually fucked up the
Yeah,
vibe.
fucked up the
Yeah,
party.
fucked
I've seen a very popular artist, Hennessy, no chaser. He was holding the bottle before he got on stage. He went down in the
one of my mentors told me now that if he had the money, he was going to build a
kidney renal.
renal
clinic
in
because
Lagos.
I know
in a
most of
couple
these
of years,
15-20 years time.
I know most of the drinks are adulterated. They're not even like the 100% stuff. They sell the fake stuff. So it's doing more
damage.
more damage. to your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
crazy.
especially Lagos clubs. If you go to Lagos club,
Lagos club is
the real
fake.
bottle they send to you is just the first one. After the first one, my brother, especially on one table.
Yeah.
After the first one, don't worry, the rest are fake.
The realest in the
Because
Lagos
your
club.
palate is gone after.
It's
the first
gone
one,
after
right?
the yes. Now you're high, you are happy, you are dancing.
The realest
Start shipping the fake bottles.
The realest thing in the Lagos clubs are like the music. Every other thing.
Every other thing is fake.
The girls they are faking ash. The drinks fake. So what else they do? Everything is fake.
No, the fake drink culture, the fake drink thing in Lagos is mad.
It's mad.
Like
You
I
know,
just hope
They're using paint
where's
thinners.
these there's this agency that was used to be in
Standard Organization of Nigeria.
SON, right? Like, are you people really doing this thing?
They're
Because
they're not sunning anything, fam.
bro, man,
Yeah.
It is so easy to move compromise and adulterated
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
and fake content
Rest in peace,
around.
Dara Akunyili.
Yeah, because you can't
that was
trust.
more on drugs.
Yeah, it was drugs, but I'm just saying, yeah.
And a personal experience drove her because they said the younger sister was given fake insulin and died from it.
Can you
And that's
imagine?
what really made her.
fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Fake
Insulin and
insulin.
it's something very cheap.
It's cheap.
As at that time, insulin was
At that time, it was cheap.
Not in
no.
America. Maybe Nigeria is cheap.
Nigeria now because all these things are
America
has
and
one. America
I'm not-
healthcare is
I'm not- I'm
American
not even-
healthcare is
yeah.
different. Nigeria
Yeah.
we have
People are afraid to even call ambulance.
No, there
You go
was
drive yourself.
Bro,
No.
there was one I was seeing on Twitter. The woman was on the floor. I think she had twisted her neck. They wanted to call an ambulance. She was there saying, if people are not going to carry me to my car, just leave me here to die. I am not going
Enter an
to.
ambulance.
Yeah, a lot of Nigeria healthcare is a lot is subsidized. Shout out to like organizations like Microsoft, the Bill Gates Foundation,
Yeah.
Shout out
stuff
to
like
Billy.
that.
Billy
you know,
is doing wonders
you
for
know,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. How was your week, Ayra?
Man, meeting upon meeting upon meeting.
Booked and busy. No more.
Fuck. You see, they must find a way to make invoice very easily. I can't be looking up and down searching for invoice templates. Please.
I don't understand.
No,
It's easy now.
Ayo.
I'm just
And
saying.
this is not an ad.
Ayo.
I know the app.
Ayo.
But I don't.
Ayo, listen.
Zoho.com/invoice.
I don't do so. But
Simple.
See, and why Zoho? I use Zoho for my business, right? Culture since '99 and Global Village. And why it's dope is it just puts everything in there. Good part about it is that Zoho also has an expense app.
Yeah, I know that.
And you
one.
don't even need to because that's paid.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
also have an expense feature in the invoice platform.
They track. Yeah.
So you can actually track your expenses there, whether
I
you're
know.
paying salaries, outbound, whatever. Then you track your invoices and then you can look month in, what's coming in, what's going out.
Yeah.
And it's free.
It's free. Yeah.
So-
there's a premium version.
So, I mean, I'm happy. No, you don't need the premium.
Yeah, obviously.
Zoho.com/invoice.
Okay.
Bruv, I'm happy that you are even talking about sending invoices.
Of
and
course,
that's
man.
good. That's a good problem.
Yeah. That's a good problem.
Yeah, that's a good problem.
So just the meetings, basically, just doing my own thing. Then,
I think you need a manager, by the way.
bless. So the way it's looking like.
Yeah, just put you in one premium space. I think you need a manager.
Yeah,
just make
definitely.
it. See, you know how this whole shit is. Just make a fucking mountain out of a molehill.
And you never know where you go
Yeah,
from there.
I mean, you have people who don't reach you down Twitter that are just grifting up and down.
Bro,
Do you understand?
life is life.
So
Yeah.
just make sure you do what you got to do.
Yeah, then the office front again, they brought one new exercise for us to do.
Yeah,
It was not long term, but
yeah,
thank God.
yeah. Shout out to your people.
Yeah, shout out to the people.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Team Beijing.
Hey. Thank God we're on Good Friday, we can rest now.
All right, so you're on holiday right now.
Well, me, I'm on holiday. I don't know about them. So people in the office, okay, but me, I'm
All
on
right,
holiday.
man. How many years ago, Judas? You know, everybody just focuses on Judas,
You know what I'm saying?
like betraying Jesus.
Yeah.
around this time, you know who I focus on more?
Who?
It's actually Peter.
Why?
Yeah, he betrayed. He
denied?
betrayed. Yeah, he didn't betray. He denied.
Yeah, he denied.
And that's more painful for me,
bro. But
it's more painful than the betrayal.
Yeah, I don't understand. Peter has always been like this. No, be Peter enter water. They look some other things. Gone. They sink. Yeah, Peter has not been. But alas, they built the Catholic Church on him. He's the first pope. So look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God. Shout out to them. All right, some fan mail for you guys. This is from. Wait, let me see. The person said he wants to be anonymous or not before I make a mistake. Okay, cool. This is from Omotola. Hello guys, Omotola here. It is surreal to have you guys backpoding. I almost thought it was fake news when I saw the trailer on Instagram. We'll spend all that money shooting that video, paying damn Daniel.
This is not SNL. We are not doing SNL content.
Just to do something fake. My brother, please. He says, I'm a day one listener and would be in the category of people Steve made mention to in the last episode, in that I was in my final year of uni in the UK when I discovered the pod, though I was a facts-only listener prior. So I was familiar with Osagie and Ayra, even though Ayra was behind the camera all the time. Yeah. I remember the street I was walking down in Leeds when I saw the very first episode drop the same day, and I thought this might be interesting. I started listening and I never missed an episode from there. For the next few years, Loose Talk became a mainstay on my Monday mornings and even Wednesdays when y'all drop Loose Talk Extra. Was that Wednesday or Thursday?
It was Wednesday.
Loose Talk Extra? No, it got to be Thursday. If we dropped on Monday, Loose Talk Extra was Thursday.
We recorded on Wednesday, but it dropped on Thursday.
Yeah. True. All right, thanks, Omotola. He says, towards the end of the first iteration of the pod, I could tell things were happening as Osagie was missing in action a lot because I was traveling. And sure enough, I was gutted when it finally happened. Y'all gave us some classics like the Emma episode, Whiskey for Reasons That Are Obvious, Ikechuku, N6, So Sick and more. One episode that sticks out to me is the K-Solo episode. I just found him entertaining for some reason. You know, that's my favorite episode.
So let me shock you.
That's my favorite episode of the podcast.
Let me shock you.
I swear down. Was Steve on that episode?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was only the MI one that wasn't around.
No, there was one other one he was missing as well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just one. Well, not that one, apart from... Yeah. I've long since finished uni. Congratulations. Now living and working in Canada. I'm married. Congratulations.
That is growth.
This is Nigerian
That is
dream.
growth.
This is Nigerian dream we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
School in UK. Moved to Canada. Got married. Living and working. Shout out to you, my brother. I listen to podcasts with a different ear now, and truth be told, I've always wished you guys would come back, as I kept comparing every pod I listened to Loose Talk.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also followed on when Jess and Mo came on. Shout out to them as well as 234 Essential. Wishing you all the best and hoping you guys stay for the long run this time. As a side request, can we get Princess on for one episode for old time's sake?
Princess works with King Charles now, so.
What a way to put it.
King Charles III, so.
I mean, I'm a holla at Princess. I mean, see, truth be told, we did holla at her when we wanted to do when we did the whole skit and everything, But
like I said, she's working with the king.
She's working with the king.
Yeah, and people that work with royalty do not flirt with pedestrians.
You see all these beads on Steve's hand, and you're not calling him royalty.
I'm royalty.
Which royalty?
It's royalty from the Warri Kingdom. Is there a Warri Kingdom?
There is. Isn't there the king that did all the marketing when he wanted to be coronated?
That marketing was mad.
That marketing hard, man.
That marketing came out with some new marketing where some people at the airport were bowing down, and the thing went viral. And I'm like, this happens on a regular. What's going on?
It's normal, no.
First traditional ruler to do social media marketing.
Are you sure? No.
Only of Ife.
Only of Ife is on.
Only of Ife is on.
Have you seen Only of Ife at the airport?
Yes, man. They shot down.
I've seen him once.
Bro.
I've seen him once.
You know the lady that connected us to Only of Ife when
you guys went to.
She's one of the women I married though.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't think I was there then. Was I still around?
Yeah.
No. Osagie was not.
No, it wasn't. We were
When you guys were, it was Osagie.
Yes, I don't know how you said it for that shit. But actually, I liked it at the end of the day.
That's when also.
That was December 2018.
I used to send you guys
It was
for some
December
random shit.
2018 because they did a play again. They
So
did a play.
that you later went to.
Entire culture. That's
Yeah.
true.
That lady that was sitting down with the only she married him.
Okay. So this date you and Osagie go to every time. Now me and you start up.
I know. We went to watch
We
Moremi.
did.
We went to Moremi that time now. This is gonna watch Moremi.
Went to watch Marry Me.
Really?
Yeah, December
it was
2018.
really good.
Was
Marry Me
very,
was
very
really
good.
good.
Was
And just
dope.
because Ayra has given me some background information
So
that he
story.
learned from the
Yeah.
palace.
So I was
Yeah.
giving some director's commentary.
Although it was because of they were trying to like manage the tribal tension
Yeah.
in the movie, they didn't mention like for example they fought against Igbo soldiers.
Those
Yeah.
people were actually Igbos.
They were
Actually.
Igbos, but they
Yeah.
didn't mention them as Igbos. They just mentioned them as another tribe. So it was really good. Moremi was really, really
Very
good.
good. Yeah, and we saw Motola there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's a Motola we saw. Just adding colorful commentary.
You want to put a tattoo on your arm?
No, it's not that real. It's not that real.
Steve, can you put your wife's name as a tattoo on your arm? Can you tattoo your wife's name on your arm?
I don't like tattoos, so I won't.
You don't like? I mean, I like go.
I don't
Those
like.
are
Do you have a tattoo now? Ayo?
not yet. It's just the pain I'm looking at. So.
The pain is not much now. Ayo looks like a tattoo guy, and I feel like when you start,
If I
It
if-
won't stop.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
the only way I can do it, the only way I can do it is on the request of my children, and it will only be their names.
tattoo their names, right?
And
Yeah.
your wife will ask now because we already had the children, so I had my own. Make it complete. Make the set complete.
It starts and ends with the children.
Oh, okay.
For me,
Give the kids the props for that.
yeah,
That's
just
what
because
stop.
they're kids. Yeah, that's all.
All right.
I'm not putting another person's name on my body.
Okay, from Anonymous. Good day, guys. It is great to hear from you guys again. Please, I hope you guys don't ghost us as you did before. We didn't ghost you guys. Things come to an end naturally now.
I don't know.
So Osagie ghosted us.
The plantation
ghost
boys
you.
broke up. Come on.
Yeah, and this is Plan B.
no, this is not Plan B.
No reference to the popular
No.
pause.
No, I don't like that Plan B. That Plan B didn't work at all.
Plan B was not a good album.
It wasn't a good
But they
album.
made money now, so.
Yeah, they made money.
And they gave birth to P Square's Do Me.
Yeah.
But that's a rabbit hole.
No, let's go there, right?
Yeah.
Because when blackface started, all those theories, man, bro.
Yeah, he hit me up the other time. Was looking for a lawyer. I'm like,
Yeah, we know why. We know why we're looking for.
shout out to Blackface. Shout out to Blackface. Yeah, okay. Please, I hope you guys don't ghost us as you did before. Or if you want to ghost us, just give us a hint so that we can brace for impact. We're making sure we don't ghost you guys.
We
In
try our
fact,
best.
we're putting so many things in place to ensure we do not ghost you guys. So do not fret. Shout out to AOT2, his wife and 2 kids grinding hard in IB. Steve was interrupted by Padede. It's a call he has to pick.
Yeah.
If you guys remember the Padede episode,
Don't
remember, sorry.
Don't fuck with the money. We do not mess up the money.
Don't fuck up the bag.
Don't fuck with the bag, you know.
don't fuck up the money.
Don't fuck up the money.
Don't fuck up the money. That was a crazy ass episode. All right, shout out to AOT2, his wife and 2 kids grinding hard in IB.
Yes, sir.
Single like a pringle, bro.
Yes, sir.
One day the photos will leak.
Which leak?
Yeah, and you know
Oh, we're speaking about leak. It was hot on Twitter, but let's keep moving, bro.
what leaked on Twitter.
I don't know, man.
What leaked on Twitter now?
One little Twitter.
Everything leaked on Twitter now.
We'll come back to it. Let's
It was
just
a
finish
leaky-
this
it was a
fan
leaky
mail.
pipe.
Let's just finish this fan mail. We'll come back to it. Yoda, sorry, Osagie. Please keep it coming with the wisdom nuggets. Steve, you joked in the White Garment episode that Seme has no border. Bro, buy a car in Benin and attempt to drive it across the Seme border.
Do you know who you are talking to?
That's when you know that it is not only a Seme border. You will become Alice in Borderlands.
I drive this.
Great show, by the way. I would like to state a slight disagreement with your take on the Lagos Goba elections. I agree that politicians have always campaigned on the basis of some cleavage, be it religious, ethnic, or geopolitical side, etc. Human beings are basically tribal and they often use whatever tribal cleavages to advance their agenda, which is highly commendable in itself. Also, voter suppression has been a constant feature in Nigerian elections, but most of these events tend to end with the elections, as people will always find a way to get on with their life, regardless of who wins. However, there is hardly been any time in Nigeria where voter suppression has been based on ethnic profiling and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Thus, people are singled out and beaten at the polling units during elections simply for their ethnicity. Bro, individuals were pointing out their Igbo friends and neighbors to be beaten up. This is why people had to cut off relationships, because they know that in the event of ethnic cleansing, those neighbors and friends will be the ones to put them out for slaughter. The kind of ethnic hatred hardly ends at the polling units, as these are some of the fault lines that often provoke riots and civil wars. Nigeria often behaves like it never went through a civil war. The country acts like the same ethnic group, Igbo, that was being profiled were not the people that fought against not the people they fought against during the civil war. I wonder if these politicians do not have any line that they will cross. Do they want to rule over a pile of dead bodies? Even the Americans, Rwandans, and Israelis have their lines with they will permit no one to cross, but not Nigeria, because apparently it is fine when you beat up Igbo people who dare to exercise their God-given rights at the polls. Lagos was meant to represent a hope of ethnic unity, which has always been Nigeria's number one cultural issue. As much as a burden that may be, Lagosians have always strived to collectively find ways through our ethnic differences, or maybe I'm just being naive. However, with the events of March 18, Lagos has itself set itself back 50 years, to which I say congratulations. I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Thank you for
bro.
me, bro. Appreciate it.
What are your thoughts on what he's saying?
Yeah, I don't know what he disagreed with, but I agree with what he said. I agree with what he said.
I think it was like, the angle at which we took it from, which was it might not have been like a tribal thing. Like the underlying thing here is not a tribal thing. It was just strategic, more between like the elitist and like the other classes and all that. I think those two things exist.
Everything exists.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you look at it smartly too, in a way, the way the attacks happened, they attacked a lot of Yoruba guys too. A lot. Which tells you that life in general, like the real division in our lives is class, not tribe.
Those things like tribe are used as
they're just used.
I think what he's just trying to say is that these things exist on their own.
Yeah.
So and I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the tribal thing does not exist.
But it can always be weaponized.
Obviously, they weaponized it, but the real division in life, right? The real division in life. You are Yoruba.
Yeah.
You are whatever you say you are. You know what I'm saying?
I am beautiful, no matter what they say.
I'm Igbo. There's no division between three of us, right? Because we are one class of people. Like, we belong to one class, right? Who should I use as an example? Who's like a rich guy? Just Fino is not the same. We're not the same financial class. So he's like really. That's the. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the division. So I and Fino, we don't have anything. I and Fino, we can consider ourselves Igbo, right? But I can't relate to him. Like he's financially, he's another class, right? So
bracket.
Exactly. We don't stay in the same area. We don't drive the same car. We don't pay the same tax.
Motivation and goals are different.
Exactly. That's the real division now, right? It's not tribe. And me and him, we're the same tribe, right? But that's the only thing that connects us. But if you look at it, we're not really. That's the same. So that's my point is the real division that you should see is class, not tribe.
I think the other ones are just like heavily pronounced.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I do agree with him that we've set Lagos has set itself back.
That's the same thing I told you about the Yoruba guy that was crying that they killed a tout. He called the tout a Yoruba guy. I can't say, and I said, so you relate to that guy more than the people you consider your friend, because the only relation you have to that guy is because he's Yoruba. But that guy is a tout who was willing to kill people because of an election. That's the person you choose to relate with. You understand? So I consider that person not to be smart. For him to have that kind of to relate with someone just because we are from the same tribe. Think that way exactly.
Yeah,
that's it.
I see it. All right, the last mail. This is pretty short. Hello everyone. This is from Oye Khan. Or Oye Khan with a K. Hello everyone. I'm really proud of you guys based on the side talks on the pod. I remember seeing Ayra in Allen back then. While commenting
you saw Ayra in Allen.
in a keke back then.
Okay.
On Allen.
Probably, yeah, I remember, yeah, it was doing daytime now.
Okay, the guy hollered at you.
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Then he sent me a DM that I was the one that hollered at you. Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
But it's not the same. You can still catch us on Keke in Allen now. Like
That's where I work now. That's where my former office was now.
Is this something that will happen in 2023? It's not like it's
Would
something.
you catch me on a keke in Allen? You catch me on Allen.
But maybe not in a Keke.
Funny enough.
might catch you in a keke.
You might catch me in a keke because if I'm going to Computer Village, you know what I do?
Exactly. You park somewhere. Me too. I don't drive to Computer Village.
Yeah,
It's
I
same.
park
The parking there is terrible.
I actually
It's
park at
terrible.
Allen.
But now you can park at there's this mod
The
there.
parking lot.
The parking lot.
Yeah, that place
You
is
can
dope.
park there.
In fact, before then, I used to go and park at the post office.
Same.
But it was too far.
It was too far.
So what I was
Yeah,
doing,
yeah,
I park at Allen.
Take
Keke. Do what I gotta do at Computer Village. Then
And when he saw me, that was where my office was. I had to go and eat.
Exactly.
So when I'm coming, obviously now I'll be like, bro, that's
Yeah.
the easiest way to move around.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. It says, well, commenting about setting up music labels, Ayo mentioned farms. My question is music farm a good thing? Are you saying 90% of the artists are guilty of this?
That's a very good question. Because
That's stream farming. That's what
stream farming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stream farming. Then it says, regarding the following takes on social media, make una relax. Once BAT removes subsidy and gives universities autonomy, people head go reset. I think he's responding to Steve.
When I bring go balance.
It's true. When you start buying fuel for 700 and your school fees in a Nigerian federal university is about 150k, 200k. Now there while I go day.
No, they were like
On that, you gonna know what's up. So he says stuff about streaming farming.
Yeah, who does it benefit? Like, who does it benefit?
or stream farming.
Yeah, streaming farming. Like,
benefits
is the
the
artist making money?
It benefits the artist.
Oh, the artist is making money, but that money you're using it to set up the farm. You're using it to pay for
Yeah,
the farm.
it's like you pay for payola back in the day.
Okay.
It's still the same thing. The money.
So there are different motivations.
Yeah,
there are different motivations, definitely.
The main motivation is actually not to make money because more people stream. The more
It's like a status signal that my song did like a 5
This
million
stream,
streams.
yeah.
that's the main motivation, right? It's actually it's that, but it's not just saying my song did those numbers. It's being as here's what has caused it. What has caused it is a numbers game,
Yeah,
right? So
which is stream.
how many monthly listeners do I have? How will people take me, seriously or importantly as an artist? So when you go to this a landing page or homepage for any
Spotify.
artist on Spotify, you see the number of
Listeners.
monthly listeners they have, right? So if you want to collaborate with somebody, say, a B-list artist is trying to collaborate with a B-list artist in the US. It's a big deal, right?
I understand.
Steve is an upcoming artist, doing very well, got a huge single, and everything. Then next year, you're trying to get a record with J. Cole. You reach out J. Cole in the DMs. J. Cole says, he goes to, calls his, what's his
King of Queens.
Yeah, King of Queens. What's his name? Habib or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you reach out to the guy, check this guy's numbers out. Then they go to your Spotify page and they see 500,000 monthly listeners. Okay, no, not bad. All right.
You did try.
Africa, the motherland.
Let's do for the motherland.
Yeah, it's from the motherland.
Let's do for home.
Yeah.
The Osagie did this, but you know
Yeah.
those guys who are fake serious.
Yeah.
Fake serious. That's how you did this face.
Yeah.
Fake concern, fake
Yeah.
serious. Yeah.
The continent.
We do it for the motherland.
Yeah, the new Africa. And so they look at it and they're like, okay, let's do something with this guy. They see like 1 million or whatever, 1.2 million.
Yeah.
So that's the first motivation. Second motivation is that chart, the Apple Music chart, which has become the standard chart, which is seriously flawed and it should not be the standard chart
yeah.
because there are less than how many? Are there more than 500,000 people that have that Apple Music subscribers now in Nigeria?
I won't say
I
it's
doubt.
close. It's not close.
It
I'm not saying it's
cannot
close.
be. The last time I was hearing was like maybe 400k, and that's even big.
No,
because how many?
400k is big. The last update I had.
As of 2019
No,
was
sorry.
100K.
The last update I had was 200k.
Okay, 200.
As of 2019 was 100K.
2019 was
2019 was
100.
So it should be like 250 or so.
So 200.
So the problem with the reason why, even though it's flawed, right, is a first come first serve. Apple was the first to make it look like, it
was a big deal.
And
Yeah.
Nigerian artists needed that sort of validation that, this is what we are doing.
And once one big guy validates it, everybody is just.
Everybody does it. So Spotify wasn't doing charts before, but Spotify had to do charts because they saw it was a big deal. Shout out to, what's their name? Turntable.
Yeah.
They actually have the closest of what we...
Because they track radio, they track TV,
everything.
they track everything.
And shout out to the artists who actually, encourage them by collecting plaques, publicizing the plaques too also. But let's not forget there are a lot of the foreign cosign. So you have Apple, or my song is on the Billboard Afrobeat charts.
Fam.
Or the one in UK. I can't remember the one in UK. What's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Fam. Ashake's debut album cover has a screenshot of the Apple Music chart on it.
Huh?
Yes, now. Open it now.
It does.
All his number ones, when he hit number ones. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the obsession people have with these things.
It doesn't make
so
sense.
the second motivation is, I made the top 10. Oh, you see Bonner, you see Wiz, you see David, you see Ayra, you see me in the top 10. It's a fucking big deal.
It's a battle of, so that is why you have to have some type of weapon to make sure that these 20 million you are spending on this single, you must show what can say the enter. And hence we have guys, tilling the fire, tilling the soil.
So what is happening now is some of your popular artists are now stream farming to essentially make it to the number one.
Yeah, it's not a Nigerian thing. Stream farm already existed.
We've seen the videos.
Yeah,
we've seen people set up. We've seen people set up
documentaries and everything.
Like 100, 200, 300
you basically
iPhones.
Open a factory and just
set everything with chargers and press play. There are some, I will tell you for a fact now, there are some mini factories in Lagos.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. There are some mini factories in Lagos.
It's high time because people
are buying iPhones, plenty iPhones.
And they used to do this in YouTube before. Remember when YouTube views was like the big metric back then?
I used to think about it. Why has Nigeria, with our huge population and our underdeveloped economy, not taken advantage of
in the next 6 to 1 year
of what?
Of this
stream farming?
Apart from stream farming, production, factory
production line
business. Like you see in China and
clickbait, buying clicks, all those things. Yeah, producing shoes and
signing in for apps too.
Signing in for apps to stop like that. Why?
So it's a couple of things. Some of those things will still eventually happen. But it's a couple of things. Internet first.
Light.
Yeah, power.
It's true.
Right? Power.
Before
internet.
you start doing that one, you have to invest in huge generators.
Yes.
24/7. And your internet supply has to be
pinpoint. So these things are very popular in Vietnam and some other areas.
Mostly in Asian countries.
Mostly in Asian countries.
In Vietnam, you have I watched a documentary and I know someone who has visited like a click farm. So before stream farms became thing, it was click farms, which is they click on your YouTube views, they click on this, they click on that, they click on your website.
I think it still happens.
Yes,
even the YouTube things.
They're huge click farms. You can still buy likes. It's click farms.
It's click farms.
How many likes you want to buy? 100. Then 100 different people. So they create those accounts. Those things are like very big warehouses, and they have like PCs. So they used to. Back then, before everybody moved to mobile, it used to be PC. Because it was the PC era. So I'm talking about 09, 010, 011, 012. That was the PC era. So you see like 500, 700 PCs, and then it's I think 1,000 clicks for $1. So those guys have to click 1,000 times to get paid $1.
Yeah. Damn. It's horse walk. It's donkey walk.
So it's basically a farm.
Yeah.
Do you
think the literacy level of the populace is also like a factor?
I think it's the poverty level.
The literacy,
I wouldn't say.
I'm saying they can still be poor, but they understand technology. The business of technology.
I don't think that is why they are not in Nigeria.
This is it.
No, and I'll tell you why. When I was working at Oride, right? And Oride is basically, for those who don't know, it's basically Uber for bikes or Uber for keke, right? Yeah. We went to Kano.
Yeah.
Right? When we went to Kano, found out that they are bikes, but you can't carry anybody at the back. So you can't carry a passenger. It's banned because of, they were trying to curtail terrorists and bandits and all that. So if you see someone at the back of a bike, it has to be a woman, and that woman is the wife of the rider.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So once we saw that, we had to quickly go into product mode, and then we built the technology for keke. So we had Uber for keke in Kano.
Okay.
Bro. So the concept is quite simple. We have to give the aboki or the rider who's a Hausa indigene, rarely speaks English, probably speaks Pidgin and Hausa language, right?
How to use the app.
We have to give them an Android phone because they didn't have that's
the drivers.
Yes, you have to give them an Android phone. So what happens is that people then request. They get the people request for a keke, right? It's just like Uber,
and it comes with
and then they get the alert, then they drive there, they pick the person.
Yeah, sure.
We changed the whole transportation system in Kano, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we're doing 70,000 trips in a day.
It's Kano. Kano is big, man.
70,000 trips in a day.
That's good.
So the concept of technology is hard, people can't grasp it. Once there's a perfect use case,
it's easy.
People are going to adopt any technology. Technology does not become hard when there's a use case.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? And especially when you can localize the context to the point where it's very simple for them to use. Like a graph, right? On the y-axis is technology, on the x-axis is local relevance. So you want to be as far as on local relevance and high on technology. Brilliant example is WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Do you understand? WhatsApp technology, it works. Local relevance, you can type in your language, you can do whatever. So in terms of like stream farming and click farming, no.
That won't be a problem.
Bro, we can go to the most remote place in Nigeria and train them for one day. What do they need to do? You send them something, they need to click, they take it and click.
They see the button for click and they click on it.
Farm. And they know that all I need to do is click 1,000 times and I get so amount. I'm done.
Gotcha.
So I think, back to what you said, power, internet, and
there's location now. Location there now.
Yeah, maybe there are other ways to just make money, man.
Maybe.
Yeah. But like a place like in Vietnam or like in China and all these places, right? People die.
Bro, the population. That's why
you think Fiona
I can never believe Nigeria's population.
Fiona left America and went to set up farm in China.
I can never believe Nigeria's population.
That population is
because if you see China, bro.
Yeah. No, but that's 2 billion now.
I know China is that they have the numbers. They will now outwork you in the work ethic.
Yeah.
So that's double.
So there's something they switched from, and you probably know this, but I used to work with someone who's Chinese, lived in Beijing all her life. And she explained to me, I think they moved from a certain system, which was start work at 7, finish at 6. They call it 997.
Bro, that shit was brutal.
Which is 9 in the morning. I think 9 in the morning to 9 in the night, 7 days
a week.
Yeah, like one whole thing they did. I can't remember if it's 997. But like when I was working with Chinese guys in Nigeria, right? This come work on Saturdays. Standard. It was not a
big
So if
deal.
I went to work on Saturdays, they're all in the office.
Bro, they come on
Sunday, they're in the office.
Yeah.
These guys work.
They work. So
Like
they
they
outwork you.
Yeah.
And they have the numbers.
Yeah.
So they'll move very fast.
Look at how they took over the Olympics.
Is it?
So that's how they're able to move for like the war power, because they know that work ethic will outborn you. And we have the numbers.
And they introduced TikTok to the West.
Shout out to TikTok.
And everybody's
all that is a result of the whole outworking thing. Like it's as a result of outworking.
Yeah.
And the pace, the intensity with which they do this.
I also think Asians actually work very hard, but China, they now have the numbers, so it now expands everything on a bigger level.
I understand.
Yeah. All right, let's go into it. Chimamanda
already.
Did she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chimamanda
letter?
Ngozi.
Yeah, letter.
Yeah.
Ngozi.
Yeah.
It was Ngozi I was trying to remember. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I had a back and forth with Ayra in the group. Ayra, and who was on your
somebody
side?
sent me a text message and I checked the person's number on Truecaller and you can never guess the person's name.
What's his name?
Criminal Possible.
Have I told you of a story? It was Cher that told me the story.
Yeah, I remember the story.
Oh, you remember that story?
Wild story.
Steve, do you remember the story?
Oh.
All right, story does. I think he had like a new neighbor or whatever, like, and they used to go, the lady walked, he had to pick up the lady, he found out that the lady walks in the same area where he walks. So he picks her up and drops her off before he heads off to his own destination. And he's never, gotten a number because she's always outside the house. He just picks her up, drops her off. So I think one day he didn't see her for a long time. So he had to wait. Then she came out. Then we're like, okay, next time,
just give me your number.
Give me your number. So if I don't see you, I'll holler at you. Then you can come outside just in case. So he puts the number, but it doesn't dial it. And later on, my guy dials it and he has Truecaller on his phone. You know how Truecaller is now. It just pop up. And it was not a
not very pleasant
name that was saved as a name.
Yeah.
But it suggested, that she might be a lady of the night.
A lady of the night.
Okay. Let's see how fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine someone just save your number and just say, Scammer.
Yeah.
Come on,
That shit is nasty, man.
Someone just call, a random person calls it and you just comes out as scammer.
Oh,
you know,
no.
for Truecaller to bring out that thing as scammer,
Yeah.
Guy.
it means a lot of people have saved.
Evidence on.
After I heard that story from Cher, I immediately went to Truecaller.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I think I'm verified on Truecaller. I did my name, my name, my phone number, my email,
me.
everything.
Before they change your name,
Yeah,
they give you a name where you know so get.
Me too. Then apart from that, I also I Google, like I Google random people.
Yeah,
Really
googling
know.
them. Yeah, Google. You
Google
never
random
know.
people. You know that thing that happened to that guy? The guy said it stole. I don't want to mention his name. They said they stole his guy. Someone stole his money. His neighbor took money. Gypped him. They wanted to buy a car. That can never happen to me. And the guy has a story of EFCC arresting him in 2020 for stealing.
Follow the background check.
Damn
no.
it.
Me. the day I didn't know your name.
Don't
It's
Google
on
them.
Google.
Straight.
No, we just see deep
dive.
Deep dive, you know. It's
yeah.
not first page Google.
No.
I'm
Tenth
going to
page, Vice.
if Google gives me 20 pages,
You calm
I'm
down.
going to the 20 pages.
It's called amplified search.
Then you now go to social media again.
Oh, social media. I'll
funnel
search,
down.
go to Instagram. I'll make sure. I just want
Is this
to know.
done for everybody or
Bro.
just for people close to you? Like who?
No,
so you're
like-
saying everybody in the football group where we play football, you've done it to everybody.
I've not done it to everybody. I've done it to people who am at risk of like doing business or
Business
doing
with,
something
yeah.
with.
It's super important.
Very,
More.
bro.
It's super important.
More.
It's super important.
Bro,
Yeah.
you stay in Lagos, bro.
Bro,
This city.
Lagos is wild.
Hey.
I know niggas
This
who
city.
are paying
What?
because they sign guarantee forms. Guarantee
Bro.
forms. I know guys are paying.
Let me tell you a story.
I know. I put on Twitter one time, a long time ago. Bro, thread.
You are very particular about it.
Bro,
You are
let me-
very. Osage
let
is
me-
very
let me tell you
particular about that.
Bro.
Osage, they feel
Let me tell you, so there's a guy who sells cars, right? Like roadside cars. So two men came to meet him one day and said, "How much is this car?" He now told them 5 million. Okay, they said we'll come back tomorrow, right? Give us your account number and everything. Over the night, 3.5 came in, and the guy was like, "Okay, maybe they've done partial payment." The next day, the guys now said, "Oh man, we don't have enough money to buy the car again. But you know what we'll do? We'll take us 2.5. You take the and I keep the remaining change." Little did he
why
know.
would you keep
Why
the
would
change?
you
It's too good to be
Little
true.
did he know that those guys were kidnappers. The account number they gave
used
their
it.
victims was his own.
Yeah.
Police tracked the guy, shot him business down, arrested. You know Nigerian police now. They were-
No story. No story.
There must
no.
be a culprit.
You are
No
guilty.
story.
You are guilty until you are declared guilty.
Yep.
So for a
Guilty
while,
until proven
for like
innocent.
6-7 months, my guy, they this thing.
Yes, no.
Yeah. So
Are you serious?
you guys shine your eye for this Lagos. So it's crazy shit.
You have to be, because bro, you stay in Lagos now. People are
People are scheming, fam.
scheming, bro.
Oh.
No, people are scheming.
No.
People are scheming.
All right, Ngozi.
No.
was
There's a story about this thing I'm going to tell you now. I'm just playing the guilty until proven innocent soundtrack. Bro, there was one.
That's Aaron Kelly now.
Which
Yeah,
is very,
Jay-Z Arcade.
which is very ironic because actually it's not innocent. It's not guilty.
It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
guilty.
Yeah.
Bro, there was one that happened in my neighborhood, right? There's this mechanic, stays in the hood. He knows everybody. His father stays in the hood. Do you understand? Great guy. So he brings cars, fix cars. You know how you bring cars from the shop at times because you have to come home, then you take it back to the shop and fix. Mechanics do that all the time.
Yeah.
So where they stay, there's no compound. Like, there's a compound, but there's no wall, surrounding, barricading it. So he always goes to park a car at a neighbor's place. So he parked this car at our guy's place. Lo and behold, it was stolen. So that's what he actually does. He's not a mechanic. Maybe he was a mechanic before, but he still
Of course, now
Now the car had
diversified his
a,
income.
Yeah, because it's easy for you to move stolen cars highway.
Yes, now.
Yes, now.
Because you've been robbed.
Yeah.
Police
You're a
see you,
mechanic
just look at
now.
a mechanic now.
And a
normal
mechanic,
level.
just dip your hand in the engine.
Yeah,
you're good to go.
yeah.
Smell funky. Bro, the car had a tracker.
Hey,
So they just went there.
That compound.
They picked up, and those boys,
Everybody.
they were Yahoo boys. So they didn't even focus. So when I came back from school, I just heard that they picked all these guys. So I thought it was a Yahoo
You thought it
case.
was a Yahoo case. Yeah.
They took them to Panty.
Oh,
So I thought it was a Yahoo case. I was like,
just said they
oh
will
my
come out
god,
very soon.
because guy was
Yes.
doing very well with Yahoo. He had completed the mom's house where they were staying. They were staying downstairs. The mom was staying. Life was good, bruv.
that
was
guy
the
just
car.
draw the leg.
And the guy had gone.
You don't.
No, you don't move now. They don't move
They
now.
don't catch the culprits.
Nigga never came back to the hood.
Yeah, never.
Never came back to
As
the
far
hood.
as it's not,
No matter you left the States, F.
yeah, never coming back. Yeah, man.
That shit is dangerous,
Bro,
bro.
you have to like I see people who trust people easily. I don't, bro.
There's somebody I do
don't.
business, real estate business with, right?
Yeah.
He hollered at me last weekend. Hey man, you know, I should just come through in the area. So I met up with him. Says he has somebody. He does a lot of clearing and forwarding, whatever.
Yeah.
He needs 2 million. No, yeah, he needs 2 million at the end of the month. If I can drop 2 million at the end of the month, at the end of April, he'll give me 3 million.
Yeah.
I looked at my guy. I said, this deal is probably true because my guy brings some crazy ass deals. He's done.
Yeah.
I said, this thing is probably true, bro.
Yeah.
But just as a matter of principle.
I know they do.
Do you understand?
Me too.
Once something looks too good to be true,
Yeah,
it is often too good to be true.
It's true.
You know,
something like that. You know,
It might click. Oh, do you understand?
Something like-
Because the guy was desperately looking for a lot of money. I
Yeah.
know, but as a matter of principle,
Yeah. Something like that happened. Remember, I was talking about sending pound to the UK. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Someone came to me with that thing, right? The person that came to me with the thing, I did a deep dive on him too. Like this in the space of 20 minutes, I just replied the guy saying no, I don't do, because I saw the guy's post, I saw his Instagram, I saw
How he moves,
the clubbing.
You profile my guy one time.
This guy, he moves with the wrong crowd. Like
Yeah.
I don't know where that money is coming from.
I don't know.
I just told the guy, I said no, I don't get that.
I
In
know how,
fact, losing money is even a smaller case than receiving money,
bro.
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 You don't know where this money is coming from.
Bro,
The trail, the trail, paper trail.
bro.
I know SEC now. Everybody they go knock everything.
No iPhone did recently. I used to use my laptop to charge it. Right now, if I charge it with my laptop, it won't just charge again.
But before, I don't even.
Before it used to be super fast charge, and I
fast.
bought this iPhone code in Germany, like super
Must have
fast.
been an update issue.
Yeah, it's an update.
This issue.
I plug it to my laptop now. It doesn't charge.
Before I didn't have to switch on my personal hotspot. I want to connect my laptop to my phone.
Yeah.
But now I have to switch on my personal hotspot for my laptop can see it. I'm like, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, but did I tell you the story of Victor Bot?
No.
You know
yeah,
Victor
no,
Bot
I know
now,
what
like
happens,
Nigeria's number one paparazzi.
Yeah.
I told you that story.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to
Number
be-
one.
it
I'm
used to
just
be-
saying, like number one.
Yeah,
like,
number
for
one.
real.
Yeah.
Number one.
Nobody has done what
I
he's
was
done.
telling some new youngies like his story. They're like, wow, there's a guy like that. I'm
Yeah,
like, you guys
he's not
don't
done it. He climbed a tree.
Yeah,
Barista's
yeah.
guys beat him. He flew to Dubai. Like
no house, no nothing.
he traced Don Jazzy to Don Jazzy's
Don't worry,
house.
don't worry.
He has
Don't worry.
that
There's no-
He has that green. He
Cups.
took the that green photos.
That
the
green.
cup
Is it that
photos.
green? Or after that? Okay, so sorry.
Yeah.
After
One
that
in the
green.
mortuary that they didn't
After
use.
that green, what's the guest name?
Goldie.
Goldie.
Yeah, the
I
gold
told them about
is
that
in-
one and they were mad. They're like, what more? Was it like
It was me and him now.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
car,
so you-
speed
yeah,
chase.
you know.
God damn it.
You now did your Nollywood acting.
You gotta cry, bro.
Yeah, you
I got to the gate. I started crying. I was Goldie's brother.
Yes,
They let me in. Anyways, rest in peace, Goldie. Bro, his own was crazy. He was in Dubai, was coming back. Someone gave him, I think, $2,000. This is like 5 years ago, right? Or 5 or 6 years ago. Gave him about $2,000 to give somebody in Festac.
Oh, yeah?
Guy gets there to Festac, drops the money. They've been tracing that girl, and they knew she was going to receive something. They picked this guy up.
Easily.
Spent 2 to 3 months in jail.
Yup.
Yeah, we did see for a while now.
Yeah.
Yup.
I was worried. I was saying, where is Victor? I reached out to him.
I think that's what calmed him down, Seth.
I think so.
Bro, you know how much I've lost because I didn't do some things, and I'm so happy. Like, there's no regrets. You understand me? Oh, first stack. Oh, my, more do this deal now. Say, Baba. No, we're done. No.
Thank you very much.
I found no carrying.
No, we're done. No. That's how you stay safe in this city, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
will fuck
No,
you.
they.
People will fuck you up. This city, man.
You gotta
have to
watch.
be-
You gotta
have to be
watch out.
Careful, bro.
Have you? Sorry, before we jump into this topic, there's this popular Instagram account, Lagos Wild Nights. They have the maddest stories.
Lagos.
Wild Nights.
Yes, no, I know
So
Lagos
sex
Wild Nights.
escapades and everything. So
No,
there's
I
this babe.
need to check it out.
So this babe said she wanted to smoke. She called her plug, and her plug is always on point. In an hour, he's always there. If he can't make it in an hour, he'll call one of his boys to send it to her. So she made her order and everything. This guy was not here for like an hour. Then maybe like an hour later, another guy called. You know that he's here. So obviously it was from the plug and everything.
Oh shit!
So as she was going, she just wanted to say she never see this guy before, but she just said, "Oh man, she just wanted to smoke." She reached her hand out to collect the smoke like this, and so the guy grabbed her hand.
Straight.
As the guy grabbed her hand,
Handcuff.
NDLA just came up.
Damn.
Fuck.
It was a long story. The girl said she has trauma. She doesn't buy weed anymore. Now people will take
Because they just checked the guy's last contact.
So apparently the plug was on his way. They caught him. He now snitched on her. That is where he was going to.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I know NDLA, they know only one supplier. They want the
buyer.
The buyer
Yeah.
too.
They gave her a shakedown, right?
They gave her a shakedown. She dropped money. Blazing her correct
Now
back.
money. Now the thing is that it's not as if the NDLA officers. It's not as if they want to end crime.
No.
No, they want to
looking
end money, not
His-
end crime.
Yeah, they want to end his money too.
Yeah,
His
man.
money.
Not all of them, Sha.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Of course. It's not in general.
Oh, my, that's crazy. But you know what is even worse?
Well,
Smoking the wrong thing. Because there's a lot. So,
That's what killed this guy now.
Who?
The wire guy. The heroin, he does heroin normally, but the
who's
last,
that?
the wire, the guy,
Omar.
Yeah.
The autopsy just came out now. It was late.
Same thing with Mark Miller now.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
You know they caught the Mark Miller guy.
Yeah,
They
that
arrested
one
the
don't
wire
go-
guy to the. They
arrested
arrested
the
the
dealer.
guy. They found the guy. They
Yeah.
arrested
Once
the
that
dealer
case
now.
kind of case happens, they will go for
they
the
arrested
dealer.
the
They
dealer now.
must
He
find
laced it
you.
with fentanyl.
Shit.
And that
That's what
shit is
and that's
heavy.
what
He
got my
laced the
guy.
weed with fentanyl.
Yeah, not with heroin.
Heroin.
Okay,
You know what's
the heroin with fentanyl.
Yeah. That's what usually causes like those overdose because those guys
It's the wrong
it's
drugs.
the wrong drugs.
Because their body had developed a high. So
They've
for
already
them to
developed
die,
a
there's
habit.
something must have been mixed with
Something
it.
must have been mixed with it. You get, So
Don't do drugs, kid.
See, for you guys that smoke weed out there,
you have to be careful, bro.
just be careful. See, if you want to, there are some habits you want to have. They're expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, deaf.
They're expensive habits.
yeah.
Don't go to a party where you see a couple of guys smoking. You don't know them. You don't know their lifestyle.
You don't
and they're
know-
passing the
thank
blunt
you.
around,
And you're
and you say,
taking-
and you take a hit.
That's how ex got addicted.
Yeah,
His
that's
best
how
friend
they-
gave him
gave him-
laced with crack.
Crack. Yeah, that's true.
That was his
addicted.
problem.
my
as
God.
a teenager.
As a teenager,
That was when DMX. He was like 10 or 11. He said this was like an older brother to his mentor and stuff.
Yeah, that's how he got.
That's what started DMX's problem with
Yeah.
drugs.
Are you?
They
Oh,
released
man.
crack in his weed. Fuck, bro, he was gone.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, sad story.
That's so sad.
Sad story.
So please don't go around
This
to.
is tough. You have to be
Oh,
very
we have a house party. You know, you guys. There's a house party. Everybody's passing the blunt around. This back then we used to advise people on alcohol.
Yeah.
Remember when we say
Yeah.
we don't know what's in the alcohol, they
Yeah.
laced it with whatever. Now it's the weed
Now
because
it's the
everybody's
weed.
smoking
Everybody's
the weed.
smoking the weed, yeah.
And don't dull on the alcohol because people are still putting shit there. It's just that they don't do that as much as people don't even drink as much
And
as
when
they
they pass the tray of cocaine, just say, I'm not doing.
You have to be really like when you wake up in Lagos, especially if you're somebody who move a lot. I don't think like that these days anyway because bro, I'm at home and I'm not going anywhere. How do I stay out of trouble?
Yeah.
So I remember one day I got to the office early in the morning. I was just a video was trending on Twitter. EFCC just bought some Yahoo boys in Aja. I can't remember. I don't know if you remember that video. They stay in like these duplex.
They're
with
plenty.
naked girls. The boys were just sleeping. The EFCC raided them with camera ready and published the video on there.
I think I remember
Right.
that
So
video.
that you remember one time in Lekki when we were in Lekki, the first office, right?
Yeah.
Monday to Fridays, I don't go home.
Yeah, I
Stay in
remember,
Lekki.
yeah.
I stay with my friends. One guy that went to uni together.
Yeah.
I just stay in the house like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday I go back to my house. Those guys were Yahoo boys. That was the last day I went to their that video. Immediately I watched that video. Immediately I saw that video. That was the last day I went to their house. I started sleeping over at the office. I'll just go there, hang out with them, chill with them. Then I'll just go back to the office and sleep. Right? I think a year or two later, same thing happened to them.
God damn it.
Like same thing. I've stopped going to the house. The house at that time. Maybe there was not even danger of me even being caught up there. But I was like, this is why I stopped going there, right? Because EFCC no one know whether this one.
Oh no.
And this is me, Steve Dede.
The more the merrier.
Bro, this is me, Steve Dede. What's
The more
that in his
the merrier.
Twitter?
You're done.
Hey, we talk.
See this
done.
guy, bro.
Yeah, you're done.
So I'm like,
Leo's getting you fired.
easy,
One
instantly.
time.
Osagie.
Now for say you go see your receive your email. Say, don't do it again.
So I always like you have to know how to move. Like I always tell someone. There's one guy I knew that time close to me. Like every time he called me one time. I was in the office. He said he was arrested, and I went. Did the whole thing. They were smoking. They arrested them in a completed building on a normal level. The second time he called me, I told him not to ever call my phone again.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's also online from the first time.
I've been in this Lagos since when? I've never called anybody to come take me out from this police station.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
You have to know how to move. You have to be smart. You have to like be very discerning. Like
Yeah.
this is how.
Thank you. That's what.
Yeah.
Discerning.
Yeah, you
Discerning.
have to
That's
be-
the word.
Shine your eye.
You have
Bro.
to shine your eye.
I was talking to somebody, and the person was giving me the lowdown. I was in Benin Republic,
Yeah.
and they were giving me the lowdown of how the clamp down on Yahoo boys is crazy. If they catch you, it's 25
in
years.
Benin Republic,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
It's 25
bro,
years.
It's mad. It's mad. Yeah.
And guess what? The police, they are not corrupt.
Yeah.
Like the level of corruption is minimal.
not- it's
like
minimal.
if they get you,
You're
it's
gone.
20. Bro, they started fleeing
Yeah.
because and you know the guy that was driving he's a driver, right? He has a
Is he a Niger guy?
no.
Okay.
He's not a Niger guy. I think he has about close to 20 kids. Some he sent to France and everything. So he's an elderly
man. Okay.
He was giving me the lowdown. He said, first of all, like why he's even irritated is you can tell them, you know,
You can point them out.
You can point them out.
within
Yeah.
2 seconds. You can already
You
tell.
can already tell that this is what it
His
is.
dreads, sagging pants.
Yup.
You know,
Loud as
very big cars, right? Loud music, looking unkept.
Always unkept.
You can just tell. You can identify. You know, you don't even need to stress yourself. You know, this one is a fraudster, and real G's move in silence.
Like Zion, baby.
Yep.
Do you understand? So these guys are not real.
They're not real, no.
Anyways, I don't want to glorify crime or anything, right?
Yeah.
But just look at the mafia, the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Look at, come on, man.
I don't know, man. Who black people have to like have a rethink on like how
And that's why I was hard on that Osimhen video. Do you understand? Because it's a fucking
stereotype.
stereotype that is
that
being.
you're just buying into.
You
You're
do
just playing
understand?
into it, you know.
Why are you, bro? We were young, right? And we used to
did
sag
this
our pants,
thing.
but
Yeah, we did this
I
thing.
wasn't sagging my pants that my butt was showing now. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, how is that fashion? And why is your jeans so skinny? I don't need it to be baggy pants or anything. I mean, I'm wearing pants now. They're not baggy,
You
but
want me skinny now.
I know it's a fashion thing, but at times they can't even walk.
That's the bad side of like in American pop culture, infiltrating everywhere.
Anyways, don't let me sound like an old head. What did Chimamanda do? She wrote a letter to Joe Biden.
And she wrote it on Atlantic. She published on Atlantic.
Was it Atlantic or New York Times? Was the Atlantic?
It was Atlantic.
Okay, the New York Times picked it.
I think
Did you read it on New York Times?
I read it on Atlantic.
Wait,
Bro,
she was
you
on.
didn't see- you didn't
Wasn't that
see
shit
that?
on?
First of all, there won't be this kind of major noise because New York Times and the paywall. This is 2 paragraphs, so it doesn't have to be Atlantic.
The Atlantic they have the P1, don't they?
But they give you like 4 or 5 free.
Okay, New York Times gives you 3 now.
My bless, I don't do too much, so me now I'm on permanent. So nigga, you have to pay.
You have to pay.
The only one they don't charge. The only one they don't do pay is like archives.
Yeah,
like
it's
the old
archives,
ones.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It was the Atlantic, so I'm
But I know how to read. You know, like this. There's this old trick to read the New York
please.
Times.
Okay, just
Come on now, you don't know the trick.
no loud down here. Make them know here.
No, tell people want to learn now. What's the
When
trick?
it's loading, you
just press escape.
press
now.
escape when it's
for real?
loading. Yeah,
Just press
that's
escape.
so
On
cool.
mobile, press
It
escape.
works only on New York Times, so it doesn't work with the Athletic. Athletic, I don't know how to do their own. Once that's in load,
It was very
press
athletic.
if you like escape,
It's athletic.
If you like, if you like close,
You know the one that is you know the Alcatraz of websites.
which one?
Washington Post and Wall Street Journal.
Well, Wall Street Journal.
No, it's the
It's Wall
Economist.
Street
It's the
Journal.
Economist. Osagie.
It's the Wall Street Journal.
Are you sure?
Wall Street
I've
Journal.
never read an article on Wall Street. I've read on economics. I've never read on Wall Street.
The Wall Street Journal is Alcatraz.
Hey.
You are not getting in.
For real?
You are not.
You go
Bro,
pay.
you go pay.
You go pay.
Wall Street Journal.
Atletico no time.
Bro, have you tried to cancel a Wall Street Journal?
No.
I had to call their phone.
There's something like that for New York Times too.
I'm telling you, New York Times is telling Wall
Yeah.
Street Journal.
People complain
Bro,
that-
I had to physically call the
go
phone.
call.
Say, I beg, I
want
don't do
to
it
cancel.
again. I don't
Yeah.
do it again.
Done.
They make that shit so fucking hard.
Yeah. It's against data policy.
But they say in California that you cannot, like New York Times cannot do that to you. That if you
It's
unsubscribe,
against policy now.
you
Yeah, it's
unsubscribe.
Yeah.
against
It's
policy.
their state
Yeah,
law
you have to
there.
make it easy for people to.
Or more.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the Atlantic.
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 The Atlantic, yeah. I've not been on that side for a minute.
They have some dope.
They're
They have
very
some
weak.
dope.
They have some
They're really
dope.
good. Yeah,
They're really good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so Adeche wrote a letter.
I've not
an
even
open
read it.
letter
I've not even read it, to be very.
I read it because I was interested. Like, what's the
I'll read
angle?
it too. I'll read
Yeah.
it.
She wrote a letter to Uncle
But I know
Joe.
the-
Uncle Joe in America in the White House that she now pointed out how Nigeria's election was so terrible and flawed, and she wonders why the United States of America could congratulate our president-elect having so much question marks on his character
Yeah.
and the shoddy way INEC conducted the election and everything. And as normal, as Adeche is a pop culture storm, anything she writes, she does.
He has a lot of traction.
People react to
a
it.
lot of
And
eyeballs.
something so sensitive and timely as this, a lot of people, I was the first to put it in the group and I was like, bro,
I don't know why you guys are really bashing her because
I'm not bashing her.
in my opinion,
I think also was right.
What do you think? What do you think is not?
What do you think is
maybe
wrong?
not wrong, but what do you think?
I have no problem with that saying.
Right.
So I have no problem with saying, oh, this election, everybody knows that. Every child of 2 years old knows that this election get as it be. Shout out to Mr. Yakubu. But the whole America should not congratulate. So my whole point is a question. So what do you want America to do now? That is my own. Should they come and say, one, our election is bad. Do you want fighter jets over Aso Rock right now? Or 3, do you want our president-elect to be arrested? I just want to know. Because it sounds, let me finish. It sounds as if you want intervention of a war power, which is not sexy, like we all know. And like the whole was, everybody keeps saying that America should not intervene in the internet process of a country. But there are certain situations where people still go back and say they want America to still be involved. So let us know which one you want to do. It is rare.
I think people are thinking it too deeply. So
Nigeria have to
the way I've seen the way I see it is the way it has always been, right? Well, any party that loses an election that they feel was not conducted right, from Wole Soyinka to anybody, right?
But the Wole
they look for means to delegitimize the election, right?
I get.
This is all part of it. You use the platform, you use the medium,
your power.
You use your power.
But some people are rightly criticizing Soyinka. Not, are they not right?
Yes,
of course.
So I don't see why Adeje should not be criticized.
No, I'm not saying. Of course, I'm not against you people criticize. I'm just saying this is my own point.
Yeah, my own point is like
everybody. Is a bro. Listen, it's politics. It's fair game. Anybody can do whatever they want.
I want. But man,
as long as there is no breakdown of law, right? You're not breaking any law. You will have the right.
I'm not committing treason.
I'm not committing treason. You have.
Bro, now you they laugh. Now isn't it carry Abiola that year now? Not treason. The guy just go claim something.
Right to use any means that you have to delegitimize any election that you want to, right? No matter how anybody feels. So I don't put too much thought into it, right?
Mr. Yakubu.
Yeah. I don't put too much thought into it. Even the treason thing. I was.
So which one is treason again, please?
I was when Lai Mohammed went to America and was addressing for
Baba went on the world tour
and said that Peter Obi is committing treason.
Him and his VP.
So I really took that word seriously and I was so angry. And something was like, this is the MO of the Nigerian government. Like, they use it. DSS, they use it. It's not so serious. It's a
when you know they do pass yourself.
So I'm like, this is how they've made everything like trivial.
These are the words.
So I don't think we should be giving these things deep thought. Like, there's no deep thinking. So these people are not deep thinkers. These politicians that we're arguing about, they're not really that deep thinkers. They're just greedy people and people who want to hold on to power. So
and make as much noise. And what's the word I'm looking for?
Gaslight.
Gaslight.
Of
course. That's word of the week. That's word of the week.
I love that word.
I just want to why you gaslight.
This guy was running away from arguments. Why you gaslight? Motherfucker. Well, yeah, and as much disruption as possible, right? Smoke screens everywhere. Yeah.
Just bring chaos into what the system is.
Yeah, because if you use logic and facts, right?
That's
definitely.
People lose. Found out.
I mean, and you look at when you argue with people that make noise and just try and bring other things into play, right?
That's how you know
that's when you know that
you don't get as it.
Yeah, you don't get as you don't get K-leg.
So what about Soyinka? Soyinka made statements too, and
getting the smoke.
They're cooking greatest Nigerian novelist of all time.
Yeah.
I think for his own right, he's saying, obedience or a part of the movement are fascist. A part of
want to be about it.
You want to be about it. You said 3 times also.
Yeah.
And then people are saying,
what's Obi's own?
First of
what's Peter Obi's own?
This is not the party.
I don't understand.
These are Nigerians.
And I clearly remember when Peter Obi went on Twitter to tell obedience to even chill.
Bro, you can't tell anybody to chill.
And they told him that, Oga, no be your business. I want you to vote for you. If you do anyhow, you say
Why are they holding him responsible?
Why are they holding him responsible?
For Nigerians.
Because they believe that he's the Peter Pan.
No, listen. I understand politicians doing it because they are trying to
It's all a scam.
Yeah. But Wole Soyinka, come on now.
How can he control? What do you want to do?
It might be have we considered it might be older?
He's done the legal. He's done the legal.
This is a man that hates social media.
Yeah.
With all his power.
He doesn't look like someone that would like it.
Yeah,
it's
true.
This is someone who has gone to court.
He's just gone to court. That's it.
And done the right thing, right?
He has not called for any protest. He's just went to court. Bro,
so why we
people should understand? And like I said, I want to go back to this obedient thing, right? If you think this is the first time we are seeing.
Wole Soyinka is 88, so you.
He's 88.
88, fine. You don't try. You don't try.
I saw a video of him winning. I think that's when he won his.
The Nobel Prize. And he looked old there.
Bro, do you know? I was like, maybe one or something, and I was like, this guy won this thing back then.
Yeah.
I can't even have an opinion about this man.
No.
I can't. The man look at me and say,
Twitter,
shut
they
the
don't
fuck
know.
up.
Twitter, they don't opinion.
And those ones they say make people be control. like you should understand now, like and when we're talking about the obedient movement,
This guy was getting united when I was just being born.
I want people to stop being pretentious or being critical about this. So this is not the first time we're saying this. Yeah. The internet is a toxic place. It's been toxic since 2015 from the Nigerian political context.
Yeah, landscape.
2015 the gloves came off.
Came off. You people are just complaining now because you are overwhelmed with young people.
No, because it's hitting them, bro.
4 years.
You're not overwhelmed with young people. You are just on the other side.
You're just on the other side.
And you're collecting the punches now.
You're collecting the punches now.
You gave the punches some years ago.
You gave the punches on years
Bro,
ago.
they wrote unprintable things about G.
Bro, Soyinka called Patience Jonathan
big.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on
now.
But I can remember that one.
Bro, let's be honest with ourselves now. Like, bro, come on now.
So we're not encouraging what is happening now.
No, nobody's encouraging it. We can't deny where it's coming from.
Come on, man.
Bro, since you guys went past that line, everybody like, fuck.
In 8 years' time, do you know what this thing is going to look like?
It's going to be...
Obedience is going to be like child's play.
Bro.
People don't understand.
You to go offline. I swear to
people don't understand what's happening.
You will beg for obedience to come back.
There's no friendly here. There's no enemy here.
Bro.
You collect and bass balls.
Let's just... This thing, I remember then in 2013, I used to say it now. I used to tweet that thing every day. You remember when there was one time, even before 2015 political, there was one time, the woke Twitter, if they get a hold of you.
Yeah. Those woke days.
That was 2013. That was 2014.
2015.
2015-ish.
2014, 2015.
Before the political thing, bro.
You're done.
If they
cooked out here,
get a hold of you, bro.
You're done.
You're done.
Bro, cooked out here,
like they'll cook you.
Yeah.
And I used to tweet it then that, bro, you people don't have this monopoly.
And when it is
soon, everybody.
What happens is that
what happened? People will just adopt that style.
The other side, I know you're doing that.
Social media democratizes it.
Exactly. Everybody owns it.
And you're training the other side. They're looking at what you guys are doing. And when they switch it on you,
it's simple.
It's social engineering.
And social engineering.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Let's stop acting like, oh, this is the first time we are seeing this thing. The internet is so toxic. Obedient movement is so toxic. They are abusing people. That's how it has been.
You trained these people.
Bro, you trained them. Bro, 2015.
2015. You couldn't say you're PDP. They'll tear you apart.
Abudu did an interview with Goodluck Jonathan.
They tore apart.
They finished her.
Somebody a journalist went to the interview.
They finished her.
Yeah.
They were writing petitions to you.
Bro, you don't remember when they finished the Banj and Donjaz?
Bro,
when they did that
They did the video. Come on now.
Come on, man. When the Banj interviewed,
bro, there's
Goodluck Jonathan
from Subsidy. It's time from Subsidy.
2012.
Yeah, 2012 was when things started changing.
Or you're not for Subsidy. That was it. You have to be against Subsidy.
That time they don't boy where may say be pro.
Bro.
They don't say pro waiting.
I saw one of the pro Buhari 2015. I saw him at the Sporting Lagos event.
Yeah.
He said that to me. I looked at him and just brushed him off.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves now. So this is what internet does. People are just discovering that, this thing gives us power. We're going to use it.
You can use it
and
too.
it's going to become worse. So just don't worry. Obedient movement shouldn't.
Nobody has a monopoly.
It's coming.
It's coming. It has been coming. In 8 years' time, 4 years' time, 8 years' time, it's going to be worse. So don't worry.
Is he that has the power? And what will happen is that the opposition usually. Is stronger. I mean, the government of the day has fucked up.
Yeah, the opposition will be stronger, of course.
Which has happened
in the last 8 years. From 2015 to 2023. Yeah. I don't understand.
The data clearly shows Nigerians are poorer.
Bro,
more unemployed people.
40 million unemployed, and that's a very conservative.
Life expectancy has dropped.
Much infant mentality.
All the numbers.
All the index.
Childbed death.
There's something that has gone up.
What?
We built more roads.
We built more bridges.
So my problem is, when I see like BMC Twitter or like APC Twitter acting surprised.
They send BMC. BMC Twitter doesn't exist anymore.
They send it.
No.
Bro, you don't understand what's happening.
There's no BMC Twitter anymore.
It was a hit.
You know, one time BMC Twitter, they were the shit.
Buhari Media Center.
They hit them. You know, they call Hatchet's job. They tore them apart.
Bro. If they
It's very
come
rare
out-
for you to now be
Bro,
saying,
remember 2015? They said 2016. They said if your business collapsed under during Buhari's tenure, it means that you were profiting off the corruption of the previous presidency.
No,
That was
BMC were wild,
bro.
say Baba people.
Oh,
So this same
God.
BMC are the ones complaining.
Yes.
Come on, guys. Come on,
You
guys.
guys, take it like that.
You don't understand.
Swallow your pill. Swallow
Bro,
your pill.
if someone was voted in as president and for the next 6 months did nothing, no minister, nothing.
It was
They
tickling
said
his nose.
this is how you cut down cost of governance.
Yes.
That's what they said.
Yeah. Can't you see his body language? His body language.
We didn't know that we were entering Wahala.
One chance.
One chance.
Then you know what was interesting to see? Like all the pro-APC people who were like Team Buhari, right?
Yeah.
Then when the Tinubu faction came,
Exactly. All of
then
a sudden,
everything.
Buhari now became the.
I'm like, guys, come on, man.
And I'm telling you, when and this is it. And when I don't have a problem if you are benefiting off this thing person. Everybody's hustling. The main problem I have with people who are nowhere near power, nowhere near any of these.
Yeah.
They're not making money off it.
They're not near the corridors of power. at all.
They're still being this obsessively biased. It's just stupidity, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
It is actually. Like it is, you know.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the news making the rounds. What's making the rounds? So you talked about something leaking.
Oh, apparently there was a guy who was who was talking to like women, you know, recording them without consent when they're having sexual interaction.
And using it to blackmail them.
Yeah, and the lady came out and just, you know, sprayed everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw that. Before we go there, right?
Yeah.
I just want to say something. Guys listening to this podcast, a lot of young men listen to this podcast,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and we're happy you listen to this podcast, and we hope some of the things we say actually go on to inspire you to become better men.
Yeah.
I just want to say this one, please. Please, it's very important. I hope you guys are listening. If you can put on your headphones now, if you know, it's just me and you guys, okay?
Or loud the device you are listening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever.
In fact, let's start even talking. You know, the Premiership. The Premiership is not easy. Let's talk about the Bundesliga. Okay, all the women have left. It's the guys now. I like when our Procure doctor does that. Guys, you cannot be begging women for sex. You cannot look at a babe and say, please now, I want to just sleep with you. It is wrong. Guys,
It's called coercion, right?
yes,
Yeah.
you cannot be saying, babe, now, please. If a woman does not want to have sex, leave her.
It's our right to say no.
Do you understand? It's not. See, my brother, it's embarrassing because
No,
you
I'm
want-
even telling that she has the right to say no, and please walk in.
yes,
Walk
if a
in.
woman is not ready to have sex with you,
Move on.
Don't beg.
There's nothing like she's playing hard to get, man.
Do you understand?
Get the fuck out.
Do you
of here.
understand? Don't beg.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now, if she's even playing hard, because
Now-
there are a lot of young Nigerian women who also do not understand how to initiate sex. Remember when that thread, one guy
Yeah,
put
I
on and said,
remember.
if you want to have sex with a guy, what do you do? Some people say, I'll go and have my bath. Some people say, I will start playing with his head. Like some random things. And I'm like, this is a problem.
Right.
But see, even if you encounter a woman who wants you to beg for, please do not beg.
Run like Joseph did.
Go away. Only try to have relationships with people who
Want
are,
those who want you.
come on, man.
Thank you.
Don't beg. Please.
Don't cry. Don't beg.
It's wrong.
I hope our young people are more daring, unlike us, like when we were growing up.
Yeah.
We were growing up, we're very conservative.
Very
right?
reserved,
Very
yes.
reserved,
Yeah, yes.
because for women and when we were growing up at our
Sex
age,
was like a taboo.
it was like a taboo. So for a woman to even consider you coming to ask you for sex at that time,
It's
it
close
was,
to.
in
You don't
fact,
read-
so
you
there's
don't-
this-
the eye don't
there's
read.
this perception that if they say it,
They're loose.
you won't take them as serious.
Yeah.
Right? So
Or they
in
look
that
as if they are loose, exactly.
Yeah, in that context, I can understand why
A guy had
a
to,
guy had to
make
cajole
her.
and beg. But thinking back now, right?
It wasn't
thinking
even
back-
beg. It was make her comfortable
Yeah,
for her to understand that.
you could say beg now. I don't know how to put it. Like of course there's a line.
Yeah.
There's obviously a line. We were talking about sex here. You know, so I can understand how, even thinking back now about some sexual encounters I had when I was young, it was embarrassing. Like thinking back now, right?
Yeah.
Like, why were we doing that? Obviously, you wanted the sex, but you couldn't say it.
Yeah.
Because you wanted the sex, right?
Yeah.
So I hope
And that's corny shit.
it's corny
Yeah,
shit.
everybody.
Like,
You
it's
go through your corny phase.
It's corny shit. But I hope young
Guy
people now.
painted a girl's hole. house.
My guy was inhaling
a whole fucking room.
Osagie.
Have you painted your house before?
No,
Sure.
I painted a whole.
Let me guess. You don't knock.
And I didn't. I didn't. We actually sleep on the same bed every night.
No, don't
because she like we're cool like that, but she didn't want to get down like that. But she was, and that's the thing. I wasn't begging.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
But you were begging.
No, I was just there.
That is begging.
But I didn't.
You're not verbalizing the begging.
No. But I didn't make her feel uncomfortable. She wasn't uncomfortable at any point because it wasn't a thing of this guy is just here for sex. I was her friend. We're chilling. We'll still go out. We'll still go and do stuff. You understand? And okay, no sex, and that's fine. And then we moved on.
Moved on.
Do you understand? Which is every night I wasn't saying. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Come on, like fam.
It does not make sense.
Doesn't make sense. It's not a good look.
It's embarrassing. Like it's just embarrassing. Like it's a spoil swag, my guy.
Yeah.
Like,
It's bad.
It's bad. Like it doesn't make sense.
I started noticing a lot of things. Like some women, right, bro? It's hard for women to say no because from past experience, people get mad.
Yeah, and flip the shit out.
So a lot of women actually don't even want to say no to get them angered. So there's a way they just try and that's when they just stay silent and they just try and maneuver out. Also, when there's a power dynamic, like this person could influence your job, your career and everything, it's really hard for that one is even worse. That one is even worse. Yeah, and that exists. Have you noticed something? I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I've known this for years, but this shit just clicked in my head last week. I've seen this thing for years, witnessed it for years, but it just clicked in my head last week. Have you ever gone down the road with a woman and like you are going one way, she's going the opposite way, and you guys are going to like meet?
Yeah.
She always has her face down to the road.
Yeah.
Then when she passes you, she lifts her head up.
Yeah, it happens.
Now, I do that to guys as well. I do that to people when I'm driving. I do that to people who want to. Do you know that people in Lagos, once they make eye contact with you, they not even stare you down, they just lock in. They lock in and immediately they can even start engaging with you. Particular shele, like touts and people. I go to some area and you see some touts and they are looking at your face and they want to lock in. And you don't lock in with them.
They're looking for an opening.
Me, are they lock in? I went to Tinubu School, Lagos Island today. Tinubu School. I want to check out some prices of some material.
Yeah.
And immediately some guys told me, you can fit park here. I fit park here. I look the guy, I just park. As I come down, the guy say, where you they go? I didn't answer them. As I look up, I see one guy, rough. He look me, I look up. As I look, he stand up. I seen the car, they look at, I seen come, so you see the happen. I said, Benny, go sit down.
Straight.
He's like, I said, Benny, go sit down. They go somewhere, just sit down. As they come back, he hear me say, Baba.
Yeah. So
now you stand down.
Steve,
sit down, you crazy. Where you go?
Steve, at times I don't have the energy. I told you, argument don't come on my body. It has expired.
Yeah, sometimes when you don't lock, they just feel it's a sign of
if I didn't, if I didn't lock in.
Yeah.
No, so at times you don't lock in, so you don't even give the opportunity for fear or no fear. Do you understand?
But they don't read you.
I think that's why a lot of women don't put their face to the ground when they're passing through a guy, because
they don't want that.
Once you lock in with a guy, they go, how far now? I'm just and she's just like, you know what? I was having a good day.
Leave me alone.
Do you understand? Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of women, when you're passing, they just put their face to the ground.
No one disturbance.
Yes.
Me know they stop me for.
Do you know that's a level of some fucked up shit. Because imagine if you had to do that to every guy passing the street.
Yeah, but
so the thing
where you just put your face down because you're like, I don't want to have a conversation because this guy can potentially just hijack me today.
Yeah, that one.
And start asking for my number, your number or whatever, you know.
Make you uncomfortable.
I just thought about it.
But the thing is that as a guy now, right? Like if people are uncomfortable like that, like as a guy now, how do you know? Because people do meet people on the street and say and walk up respectfully. There's a way to walk.
Yeah, and relationships are formed there.
There's a way to walk up respectfully to someone and say, "Hi, what's up?
Yes.
My name is Steve.
Yes.
Can I know you?" Stuff like that.
Yes.
You know.
How do you do it? You do it if you have good. If you have true intentions.
You do it.
And if you see the vibe.
And if you see the vibe, you sense the vibe that this person does not want, just leave them and they go.
Yeah.
That constant pressing, come on now, why do you? That's where it starts.
Now there you on the shake.
You know, but people don't. My problem. I was discussing this thing with some friends last week. I joined my favorite couple, Jemima and Following.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shrine podcast. I was on the podcast.
Oh, you're on the pod?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell us now. I gotta listen.
Which Following?
Following that you know now.
Okay.
Shout out Following.
And the podcast is not out yet, but we recorded it already.
Okay.
So I was like, I said the one thing that annoys me in this thing that this boy women thing, right, is women will come out and say we don't like this thing, and men will be arguing. Bro, that shit, it blows my mind.
Yeah. Because men in this country, and then generally men just think they are smarter than women.
It blows my mind.
I think they know
like
more than
women
me.
will consistently say,
I don't like this.
I don't like catcalling, for example.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
So I understand that. Sometimes people will grow up with some certain culture, like something ways. Like we growing up, catcalling was like the norm, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw people doing it.
You saw your uncles doing it,
right?
yeah.
It's like peeing on the road.
We just thought, yeah, exactly.
Damn.
We just thought it.
Peeing on the road is disgusting, bro.
It's bad.
Actually,
It's bad. Although I still do it once in a while, but it's bad.
It depends on where you hook you.
Exactly. Because sometimes if they hook me, I will look and say, "Oh, this thing, I don't say it's bad, but
Bro, this
you
thing-
can also
Bro, what the
look for
fuck are you talking
somewhere
about? This thing
really.
hooked me on the corridor.
You can also look for somewhere really
on the
really
express.
private and do it.
in
But
traffic.
so I was thinking about catcalling, right?
Yeah.
How it consists, because do you, like, imagine growing up with something and they later start telling you that it's bad. It's a kind of like a shift, right? You have to
It's a
fight
cultural
it.
shift.
You
Yeah.
have to
Fight
you have to
it, right?
unlearn it.
You gotta
You have to unlearn it.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't think there's a lot of unlearning to do. You know why?
Why?
Because the people that you are catcalling,
They don't like it.
They don't like it. They've told you that they don't like it.
So it's obvious that it's not working. So let
it's
it
not
go.
working.
Yeah.
If you worked for the women of 20 years
These
ago,
ones don't like
these
it.
ones don't like it.
No, this new gen,
Just
they get their
leave it.
specific rules. Please do not.
You just leave it. You know, like, I just see the argument just pains me a lot. I see it on Twitter too when women like talk about their experiences.
And men will say, no, that's not true. Like, are you me?
Like, what the fuck?
Men,
Yeah, so
young men.
It's just
young
disgusting.
men.
It's
Let's
just
do better.
disgusting how I don't know what leads to what takes someone to a guy to a place where he goes and start having sex with women, records them without their consent, and start sharing those videos.
That's some nasty.
dark.
No, you are going through some.
You are going through
some
like,
psychological.
there's
yeah.
That's the dark part.
a mental thing going
Yeah.
on. Like,
something,
you're not okay.
something is cute somewhere.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not okay. It's
Then
not.
then you share the videos, you sell, the videos, you blackmail the videos.
You blackmail them with
gaslight
it.
them.
Yeah, it's really
You need to go to jail, bro.
there's something wrong.
But you need to go for therapy.
Yeah, there's
No,
something
no,
wrong.
there'll be therapy services in jail. Don't
That-
worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
No,
Friday. go
yeah,
for counseling.
there's some.
if you do a deeper dive,
sometimes before I even
he
go-
might have been sexually abused.
Sometimes before I even go into the
root
region
cause.
of the moral issue of good versus bad, I just first go into straight to say, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This is not normal behavior.
that's stripping away the moral thing, because now I'm putting into you that you're not okay. You have to seek help first before we start judging. Okay, before you have to be mentally okay first before we not tell you, before you have to agree that it's bad.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
if
it's
the
true.
person is not okay, the person
not gonna
is
understand what they
agree.
talk.
You know, the person not going to understand what you they talk.
Can we
now.
put these people with the same set of people that do not take footbridge? And decide to
Osagie
cross
almost
the
kissed some-
express.
It's like Osagie almost recently
Like,
kissed
no,
someone.
I wound down today again and
Yeah.
I screamed at a young man.
So I think the more I appreciate, the more I don't know, let me put it this way. The more change I see in terms of money, the more footbridge I use. Because 5 years ago, I could remember myself not using it.
Yeah.
But now there's nothing you tell me to cross the road. Nothing. There's nothing.
It's just a cut
It's bro. Let me tell you. Like,
Even if you're different.
bro. Nothing will make me cross road now. Like, because I say that now I like life, but I don't know how. I don't know why. Maybe because I've grown.
It's
Or
where you're
I think
going.
you know why? It's the children. Like, I have kids, so I think that plays into my mind. Like, I have to really be safe
Yeah.
for my kids.
Yeah.
Bro. They use them now. Like,
There's literally the one at Lekki phase 1.
Yeah.
There is a bridge there.
There's literally
Clearly.
that bit is made of concrete.
Yeah.
It can't fall. Like it's one of the best foot bridges in Lagos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, right? It's
Yeah.
not metal.
It's not metal.
It's of course there's metal in it, but like it's concrete,
It's
right?
concrete. Yeah.
It won't take you 4
Bro.
minutes
It
to
won't
take
take-
that bridge.
So
you
the-
see people still
So the
Are
thing
you,
is that
are you flex as you were looking?
like when I used to, like, I do it.
What's wrong with people
I
now?
did it a lot. When I used to do it, I just felt maybe I'm
I know they used to catch people there before.
Right now,
Yeah.
they've stopped.
But how many
Kick
people
against
don't catch?
indiscipline. That's
Yeah.
when they have that mobile.
The guys in brown.
That mobile jail that they put you in. Right, I don't use one and run. I was coming from Computer Village one day. The one that are long now.
And the one that are long.
As I cross and won't follow me. Follow me. At last, some will go, okay, I come toast the guys. Some will go front. Some will go call. Say ATM. Some will use that ATM for front. So, and they were there. So as I moved the guy, I reached there.
One
Some come
time.
over there.
You take
Now
off.
follow that airport road. That
You
airport
take off.
go off.
I know-
Just look me, just use Yoruba, cost me.
I know say Delta Men is available. Sports.
Are they wrong?
Somebody used to put bouncers on the Ikorodu Road. That all the foot bridges at Ikorodu Road now. If you cross, they'll arrest. They'll pick you
That
up.
is the Amode that started the kick and
Yeah.
this indiscipline now.
He's
Those
the one
guys,
that put
yeah,
bouncers.
will
He
arrest
had,
you.
like he did not
Oh, the
police
Ikorodu-
officers or bouncers.
The Ikorodu owner,
yeah.
Jota.
Yeah.
They've arrested me there too because of this thing.
There are two foot bridges there. What is wrong with you?
Now my press ID
There are
card.
two.
Now press ID
And that second one, that new one is wide.
And press ID card. Say
This is
what?
2011. Now press ID
Okay,
card.
there was
Now
still one
press.
there.
2011.
But I mean, yes.
I'll be pressed. They
What
can't
were
leave
you
me.
doing?
And they can't leave.
Those are 11, they
I'll
know
be
better.
pressed.
You didn't
Because
know.
you know why? They were not arresting people legally. They were still
Coercing people.
coercing people.
That's
to
the
pay
problem.
money.
That's the problem.
So they know that they couldn't coerce me to bring money, even when I did something wrong.
If you gotta do
they had
3
left
weeks,
me.
if you gotta do 3 weeks community service.
Exactly. But
Because if you actually are arrested and then
True,
they send you to Idimu to go and park, do community
Exactly.
service
Go and
by
do it
picking all
Yeah.
the
No,
like
for real.
drench.
I'm for real. And
dig
if I
a
see people
drench or
doing it
something.
now, because that's how I could explain the mentality, like the rationale behind not using it. Because now the reason I use it is because I don't want to hear story. I like my life. So the only way I interpret it is this person wants to die.
Okay, so
Yes.
people don't value their life.
That's the
No,
way I
don't
see
value
it. Because that's the way I see it. Because I don't know what I don't know what I was thinking when I wasn't using it. But now I'm telling you, my brothers. There's nothing that will be on top of that bridge that will make me know. I will use it 12 a.m. You don't understand.
Anything they did, we pull out.
Anything I did there is better than what's guy. Because you know what I've seen, because I drive, because I've seen cars kill people on the road too. I've seen that in the last 1 year, I've seen two. Like people trying to cross the road and cars will just smash them.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen two. I've seen two from the car. I've seen two from the car.
I know this thing about that. You can't even, his family can't complain to the government.
No,
They'll tell you that there's
gone.
bridge.
And the cars won't stop.
Why?
They'll continue.
What is that right now?
Exactly.
Is that right to drive
it's the
now?
right of way.
Now you enter.
So that thing annoys me. I just looked at them and like, bro, so you know the worst? You see some crossing that road and still pressing phone while crossing that road.
Nah, this was devil don't do
It's just no
it. Devil they call them like this. It's time.
You know, so,
Come on,
bro,
home.
I can't do that. I can't do that shit.
Guys, let's get into some music. I want to start with this record, Ayra Starr,
The pop
Sability.
princess.
Guys,
This song reminds me of what's that era? The guy that wings. Kode Bello. What's that to the record now? The Maven record.
yeah, the Robuchi era.
The Robuchi
Robuchi
era.
era.
It reminds me of the Robuchi era.
Bro, I
Where
just-
the judges just gives you something to one familiar theme in the chorus.
And
everybody
You
just
beat to
goes in.
dance,
So
and
this is a
just
Don Jazzy
goes.
template that I was taking
Yeah.
down.
I just want to say, after Wiz, Davido, Tiwa, Burna, Ayra Starr might be the leader of this era.
Because the number of hits now, bro.
It's crazy. So now stands
You, bro, have you
like
listened?
Ayra Starr.
Have you listened to this record,
bro.
bro? The writing of this record,
People like her.
Do you know anything about
the pen game. You know when people say, "Oh, what's she saying? She's in casual." It doesn't. You guys
You don't
like
listen.
think about it. It's a pop record. It's meant to do
what it's supposed to do.
exactly what
it's
it's
doing.
doing.
You know anything about Rasta?
Catchy one-liners. The whole thing is just one-liners.
He's one liners. He's gone.
And Leo,
He's Lamban.
greet everybody for yeah.
doesn't need to
Do you know
comment.
what and Leo greet everybody for here means? That thing is so pregnant.
Yeah.
It can mean, oh,
At the Halo.
you guys where they
At the Halo.
then you
I
now
hear
where they
that.
talk about me because when your Yoruba person comes and says hello,
It's like you're saying
it's sarcasm as well, which is Mona well done for
I
Dell.
see what's that. You know, they just now they talking.
Yeah.
You know, it's then she addresses when they said she was pregnant. She addresses the celestial being, everything in one
She has
verse,
gotten the pregnancy rumor.
So I've got to progressive rumor.
At what age?
bro. People be wilding. So the way the record is constructed from start to finish, it's a short record. It's 2 minutes 46 seconds. I'm not even going to go into the video. The way the video is also like everything about this thing is 10 over 10.
Ayra
It's
Starr
perfect.
She's someone who's conscious of what she wants to do.
This is pop. This
knows-
is pop.
she
This
knows-
is this is Britney Spears
Thank
pop
you.
music.
Yes.
This is Britney Spears, Beyonce archetype. I'm taking it. I'm
Yeah.
localizing it in
Yeah.
Afrobeats. Now, when she first came out, she was doing R&B pop, very slower records. But now she has to upscale to get bigger. And now you can see what's that first one she
Rush.
dropped? Rush. it was that way. This one too. She's expanding her sound to fit to have a bigger layer.
We've seen she has the vocals. She can the pen game.
Bro, she's one of the most complete artists we have right now.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Listen to our
shout
album.
out to
there's a lot of substance on
19 and Dangerous.
Yeah,
if you're looking for substance,
even the
pop record.
The title of the album.
Yeah, 19 and Dangerous. It sounds like something.
I love it.
What's the name of Dangerously in Love?
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Bro, you know my problem with pop. You know the problem I have with people's take on pop music.
Yeah.
When people hear pop, they just dismiss it.
They think it's garbage.
It's just garbage.
You want to bring some substance into this shit.
They don't put any sort of artistic.
They think it's flimsy.
Innovation. They just think it's flimsy, bro. Killing them. I keep telling you guys,
bro.
If Killing Them drops today,
bro, the Burna record.
Burna and Zlatan.
That's a rap record now.
Most innovative records I've heard in my life.
The way that thing is constructed,
the way that the song,
the drums land.
Bro, Killing Them is an artistic.
It was an artistic movement. It was a movement.
But because it's a pop record, people just dismiss it and more just dance, more they go. No, listen to what's happening, people.
Zlatan dropped some of the hardest bars he has ever had.
Zlatan is
that's the record that made Zlatan.
That the beat combination.
That's the record that made Zlatan. That verse.
See the build up now.
Nah, come on.
You now sample a Nollywood film again.
Yeah,
bro. And he had one of the best one-liners in.
Yeah.
You remember the
which one? What the guy was saying?
His line. His line.
Hallelujah.
Was it
You're not.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
People didn't get it like 4 years later.
No, give it to them.
Bro.
These guys are making pop records.
No.
Shout out to the writer of Sability, Embryo. Embryo has been in the game.
Embryo, he used to do covers now.
Before that, he had an album with Rugged Man, a joint album with Rugged Man, making more money, something MMM.
But it didn't come out.
No, it's dropped. I have the album, physical copy. That's the guy. Yes.
That's the guy Rugged signed.
Yeah.
That's the guy Rugged signed after he dropped his last album.
I saw Rugged's I saw him in First Stack. Rugged's second artist that he signed, Chinedu. Wow. Yeah, I saw him in First Stack recently.
Shout out
and I was telling him about his records. He just started laughing.
Yeah, the name of the album was MMM, Money Making Music, starring Rugged Man, introducing Embryo, Rugged Records. This is...
What year was it?
2011.
Yeah, like 2011, 010, 011. This guy has been grinding. So now he signed to Maven Records as a writer. Shout out to Don Jazzy. Maven Records is the only label moving like a record label. Like he signed writers and also brought them to the forefront.
Don Jazzy is the GOAT like producer label owner in Nigeria. Like he's the number one, Abi.
Yeah, I saw one funny take one day, but I didn't want to.
What's the take?
No, I can't even mention it.
Don Jazzy has to be one.
Number one.
It's too dead.
Number one.
Don Jazzy.
Number one. Everything.
Everything. Methodical. Like,
and the way has involved again, like more is now more of like a label boss now, not just a hit maker.
Just a producer. Yeah.
No, shout out.
Who produced Stability?
That was in London now. I think it was London.
And London produced the Embryo wrote it.
So
like they have.
But that doesn't give it to these guys. Produce that much.
Bro. It's the Russell Simmons now.
Yeah, it's the boss, bro.
In fact, it's not even Russell Simmons. What's his name? It's Rick Rubin.
He's recruiting. Yeah.
Chilling.
He's
like you expecting Quincy Jones to enter.
But he has his ear to the ground.
But yeah, street. He has
streets is locked down.
That's the street.
Look at all the artists on the roster.
Everybody.
I just need him to sign one more female artist.
And you know why? I want to go back to what we said earlier in this podcast. He wrote like he's young. He goes with young people.
Yeah.
I saw Bankuli when Bankuli took his artist.
Yeah, to him.
And the way he was like, he's so.
Bro, Phil went to him.
Yeah.
To go and present a painting.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's so liberal.
Yeah.
He's so
there's a lot to learn.
Like there's a lot to learn. And the way he was dancing, Tunde put it the best. He said that just they try because if not me sign you, now you go dance on that.
That's what was dancing under the rain for his artist.
Bro,
me come. You're mad.
Do you know how much he has?
My friend, use your iPhone and record yourself.
That's the grind and that's the art.
And that's the art.
But I also think he's trying to teach his artists that you have to push yourself.
You have to.
And you look at it, they push them. All those kids push themselves.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, shout out to them. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
I hope so too, man.
Yeah, lots of other talking
really good
points.
at deep.
Yeah, we're just being us.
It's Good Friday.
It's Good Friday. We're just being good.
Yeah, happy Easter Monday.
Happy Easter.
Please.
Or Easter Monday.
Yeah, Jesus is risen.
Lots of red wine.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Lots of red wine.
Lots of red wine.
Alright,
Lots.
Start of Q2. So
Yeah, man.
Let's fucking go.
Because Tuesday, my brother.
Hey.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
that Tuesday is gonna be Tuesday.
Let's go. See you guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Peace.
So you don't forget the newsletter. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.